This is Primetime Sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSSports.com, Big GTV, streaming video, and always at the game. The game. It's time for the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, working hard to help injured people in Rutherford County and Middle Tennessee. Since moving to Medical Center Parkway, they've helped thousands get legal help that they've needed when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, go to johndaylegal.com for a free consultation. And remember, there are no fees unless they win your case. Now, let's join the Primetime Sports team for tonight's featured game from WGNS and Big G TV.
Welcome to Oakland High School, Ray Hughes Stadium. That is the site tonight of a huge matchup as we hear the band coming in on the track area from Oakland. It's Oakland and Riverdale tonight as we bring you State Farm Prep Sports. Brian Barrett joined by Rod Edwards, joined a bit later on by Bill Hockenberry, who had some work duties this evening. You know, when you got little kids and Halloween's the next day, Rod, you probably are going to have a trunk or treat or something.
That is true, and it's kind of hard to believe it's here already, especially since it just turned fall this week.
I know. We finally got some great weather for that. It's kind of cool. Let you know that it's that time of the year, and we're going to be talking a little bit playoffs here in just a few minutes. But got a great matchup. This is the 60th meeting between Oakland and Riverdale. This is the oldest rivalry in Rutherford County. And Rod, it doesn't matter. This game always has a surprise or two. Always.
It does, and there's just so much excitement. I mean, it builds up. You actually look back to the past. History is important, and it's easy to really get overexcited. Which team can handle this kind of pressure is going to be a key.
Well, we're going to take a quick timeout here, and when we come back, we will have a look at all of your county roundups tonight. We've got a lot of games tonight, just about everybody except a couple. We'll talk about them too, and we've got two games this week, this being a Thursday, so a lot to talk about as we continue the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
By the law offices of John Day. Time for the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup for you now. At Rick's Barbecue, they'll find fresh, never frozen meats. You will. They find them, and then you get to purchase them. Slow smoke the traditional way over real hickory wood on custom-built pits that give you some unbelievable flavor. Tender pork, juicy chicken, mouth-watering beef, every bite crafted with care at Rick's Barbecue. Don't miss their other crowd pleasers, slaw dogs, loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to the plate, they're ready to satisfy your whole crew out on Warrior Drive, just off South Church Street. We've got Riverdale and Oakland tonight. Battle of the Boroughs 60th edition coming up for you. But we've got some other games going on tonight on the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. This is a big game, I think, tonight. Rockvale at 4-5, 3-3 in the region, take on 8-1, 5-1 Blackman. And, Rod, as we take a look at the playoff picture, Blackman, if there is a scenario that if Rockville still has a glimmer of hope, I think. And
There depends on the glimmer of hope.
yes. And also, it could really shake up 1, 2, 3. It's going to be Oakland, Riverdale, Blackman in some form or fashion. That game and this game is going to determine what happens.
Yes, along with the Smyrna and Stewart's Creek. So we got 3 games really going to decide where we're going to set up at the end of the night for the playoffs, or 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds.
Well, Blackman last week had all they wanted from Siegel, who is not going to make the playoffs. But that just shows you the strength of this district. You got to be ready for anything.
Right.
That one was one that maybe you never know, but a lot of times that awakens a sleeping giant.
Yeah, it does. And that makes it a little bit harder for Rockvale. If that had been an easy game, they might have been set up more for upset. But then Rockvale has been coming along. They did lose last week. Had one of those big key plays. They were on about the 2-yard line, about ready to go in to tie the game, and then they had a bad snap and a scoop and score for Riverdale that just all of a sudden was 21-7. So they are a team that can compete with Blackman, but we do expect Blackman probably to finish out in that game with the win. But this game can decide some things, along with, like we mentioned, we'll talk about Stewart's Creek and Smyrna game coming up also.
Well, Blackman, they will be number 2 with a win or an Oakland win over Riverdale. So that's what we know. Rockvale, they've got to win, and they've got to rely on either Stewart's Creek to beat Smyrna. This game that would even if it's a Riverdale victory, there's one scenario where Oakland would finish second, and there's
if Blackman loses, and Riverdale wins.
I can tell you. It's in my pile of things for and just. It is Rockvale win and a Riverdale win. Riverdale is number 1. Oakland is 2, Blackman is 3, and Rockvale is 4. So there are 3 scenarios where Rockvale gets in as number 4, and there are 2 scenarios where Smyrna gets 4. In none of those can Oakland not finish number 1 if Smyrna gets in. And of the 5 scenarios, Oakland's number 1 in all of them. That are favored the most, it's Smyrna with a win gets in.
Right. and then Blackman with a win. They'll stick with their number 2. And if, of course, we expect Oakland to win for as being a favorite coming in, they're number 2 in the state, number 1 in the state in their division. And if you take all the teams, the private schools and all, they're rated number 2 behind Baylor, which is one of those schools that is a boarding school.
Yeah. I mean, an Oakland win, it just has Oakland wins on the bottom of this. Oakland, Blackman, then Riverdale, and Rockvale. But there's another part of that scenario that's cut off there. And so it's kind of confusing maybe as you listen to it. But you mentioned the Laverne-Siegel game. That still has a bit of a bearing on some of this too. Because if Laverne wins along with Blackman, Riverdale, and Smyrna still gets in, and
Rockville's out.
Rockville's out. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's Oakland, Blackman, and Riverdale know that they're in some way, somehow, and then it's that 4th seed that's kind of up for grabs. So a lot to play for in the Mayor's Cup, which is in Smyrna. Both teams at 4 and 5. Stewart Creek is 1 and 5 in district play or region play. Smyrna's 2 and 4. They would end up with the same, and it would go head-to-head in that one if Stewart's Creek were to fall, or Stewart's Creek were to beat Smyrna. It's a rival game just like this one, Rod. You never know.
Right, that is true. And last year, Stewart's Creek won their first game against Smyrna, and so they want to try to make it number 2. So they're going to, no matter what the record is, they're going to really give it everything they've got. They're not going to be intimidated by Smyrna. So it should be an exciting time at the Creek tonight.
In that game, Stewart's Creek.
I said Smyrna tonight.
Yeah, it's at Smyrna, but a win over Smyrna could spoil Smyrna's postseason hopes, and of course that's kind of what Stewart's Creek's playing for right now. Smyrna last week had a pretty impressive win, 2-0 over Laverne, and they've been trying to put some pieces together, shaking up their lineup several times. Some out of necessity with personnel being unavailable and whatnot, or injuries. But they seem to really put a lot of things together, especially defensively. So
yes.
I think they're going to be tough at home.
Yeah, they're led by one of the premier defensive players in our area, Jerry Martin. He had 11 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble in the game, and he's just – and that's going to make it hard for the running game to win.
Gordon had over 140 yards, a couple of as well for Smyrna last week. So that's one that we'll be keeping a very close eye on tonight from the Dog Pound and Robert L. Rake Stadium. The last game to chat about here real quick is Laverne at Siegel. And, both of these teams are not in playoff contention. However, it is on the line for Laverne, trying to get their first win of the season and break, at least a 2-year drought of getting into the win column. Siegel with a chance to finish the season 4-6, and when you can win that last game, you can kind of build on things sometimes.
That's right, and especially for Laverne. I mean, talk about putting a big brick on your shoulders, getting it off of it, and just kind of get you enthused for the next season. That would really come up to roost. Siegel really had played some great games. They upset Cookville early, and then had quite a battle with Blackman last week. We'd seen them the week before, and they really struggled offensively, but man, that offense came alive last week. Drew Hostetler had a 90-yard kickoff return. Quentin Carson had 1 TD passing and 2 rushing. So they got real good play out of the quarterback. And then the Hostettlers are one of their top athletes, both offensively and defensively.
Well, that is our first part of the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup, but we're going to continue our conversation here, maybe a little more about playoffs. We've got the Battle of the Borough to talk about here, as well as the primetime sports coverage of the Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, continues in just a second.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
The Oakland High School Band with our national anthem here this evening. We're back for the county roundup as we finish up. Just a quick word about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we plan to be over at Middle Tennessee Christian School. MTCS and PCA will meet for the first time in this rivalry, Rod, with region championship on the line. So it's a lot to play for there.
Right, and I'm kind of excited about it because we've done Middle Tennessee Christian School the last couple of years. First time to do PCA. I'm interested to see what their uniforms look like. I always like to see different uniforms from different schools.
Right. Well, MTCS had a bye week. A lot of ground game with Ali Ben-Gur.
Defense, but Peter Dedman has 100. Last week he had 12 carries for 157 yards, 3 TDs. Sean Burkhofer is kind of the power back. He's the linebacker leading the team in tackles, but he had 14 carries for 68 yards and a TD. So it's kind of the speed along with the kind of smashing running game. So it should be an exciting game.
Also tomorrow night, it's Eagleville as they travel to Fayetteville, and Eagleville still has number 1 seed to play for here. They'd have to have a Richland loss. If they win, they could finish in the top 2 and host a game, so they know that's very important. They don't want to drop a game going into the playoffs and then have to go on the road.
No, you do not at all, because it's a tough region that they face.
Of the game. The wind will be just a little bit breezy right at kickoff out of the northwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour, but diminishing very quickly down to less than 5 miles an hour by halftime. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air expert since 1966, delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices. From the Rutherford Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
Thank you, Ray. And again, 51 degrees here at Ray Hughes Stadium and Oakland High School.
Time now for your players to watch. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. Josh Houston and Associates.
The 60th meeting between Oakland and Riverdale. First of all, for the homestanding Oakland Patriots, they go with a 2-quarterback system here. Freshman Cam Morton, 42 of 69, 585 yards passing this year, 6 TDs, 61% on passing this season. Really good at that. And, of course, Dante Cameron. He is 25 of 29 passing for 449 yards, but also has 239 yards with his legs. So he gives you that threat. In the backfield, you're not going to see some kid with, 700-800 yards because they've got a ton of kids with 200 or 300, which makes a big difference. Craig Tutt, of course, going to get the ball a lot. He is actually the number 2 running back on the team because number 1 is Dante Cameron with 439 yards. He has 393. That's just because they haven't, to use a Danny Brewer term, let the horse out of the starting gate yet.
No, he's just waiting for that game where they really need him.
We'll see what it may be tonight. Who knows? Kamani Bass with 295 yards. You're going to see Will Millsap, a senior. Senior Justice Haggard has 11 touchdowns on the year on his 300 yards. So good production from him. Dante Short will see the ball as well. Joel Wyatt in the wideout position and on defense. Joel is the number 1 wide receiver for Oakland statistically, along with Giovanni Malone. Kamani Bass and Mikael Brown going to see some yards as well. Your kicker, Jose Hernandez, 3 of 4 field goals this year, and 36 was his longest. 54 kickoffs on the year, 12 of those have been touchbacks. Matthew Moore averaging 36 yards per punt. Oakland does have Tutt with a punt return for a TD and Wyatt with a punt return for a touchdown. Actually, Tutt has had 3, including one last week, and a kickoff return for Giovanni Malone. For Oakland defensively, your defensive leaders, Trayvon Jackson, Kellen Williams, Joel Wyatt, Chevy Armour, Nehemiah Wade, Justice Haggard, and many others there. For Riverdale on the offensive side, it's going to start with their quarterback, junior Gavin Hampton. He's 130 of 222 passing for 2,039 yards with 24 TDs and 8 interceptions, 58% on his pass completion rate. In the backfield, you'll see Jacob Vaughn and Chris Peters, but wideouts, Gordon Reynolds, the senior, has 728 yards receiving on 37 catches this year, 12 TDs. Freshman Luke Trich, 51 catches for 564 yards, and 100 or 200 yards for Braylon Burns, Riley Talley, and Jacob Vaughn. Kicker, they've got a good one in Miles Weaver, the senior. He is perfect on PATs, 9 of 12 on field goals this year. His makes have been in the 20 to 30-yard range. He's missed from 38 and 46. And is also your punter, averaging 38 yards per punt. Defensively for the Riverdale Warriors, Fuquay, Emmons, Woods, Thompson, Reams, Lyra, Malden, and Underwood, your top tacklers on the season. They've got some block kicks, quarterback hits everywhere. They're going to be tough defensively as well. And that's a look at your players to watch here. Will Kreisky, the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, and it's Kevin Creasy, the head coach of the Oakland Patriots. And there you go. That is a look here at your players to watch. Fans Heating and Air, winners trophies, as well as JHA Company, Josh Houston, and Associates. Both teams ready to get onto the field. So why don't we talk about some keys to this one tonight?
Time now for the keys to the game. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall. Auto, home, business, and life insurance with a trusted agent, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance.
Well, Rod, thoughts on this game? What equals an Oakland victory? What equals a Riverdale victory tonight?
Okay, well, let's go with Riverdale, the visiting team. Riverdale, number one, their defense has to slow down the Patriots attack, which is multiple. As you mentioned several running backs involved. They always hit you after a few runs. They can hit you with a big pass when you're not at least expecting it. So outstanding defense. Riverdale has Emmons and Fuqua are two of the really premier players, have been for the last couple of years. So they've just got to shut them down. The other thing they've got to do is they've got to be able to spread the ball around, protect the quarterback, no sacks, and then you got to get a little bit of running game in to balance out their attack. Now for Oakland, they got to keep it balanced, combination of their running. And the thing is, they do a lot of throwing things off balance with their running game because they do multiple formations, multiple ways of attacking, inside counters, power eye, whatever it takes. It seems like they come up with, and then they seem to execute it really well. And throwing in a few passes can burn you. They have to do that well, keep it balanced. But then defensively, they've got to shut down the multiple air attack by Riverdale. I mean, it is threatening because you got three really good receivers, and Hampton has really been on target this year. So both teams have got a heavy workload for them tonight.
Well, that's going to wrap up our countdown to the game. When we return, we'll get some final thoughts. Bill Hockenberry will join us here, and we'll get this one underway from Ray Hughes Stadium and Oakland High School. Stay with us. It's State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Big G TV.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
join me on the pregame show. Rod's going to be back with us during the halftime show this evening. And postgame, of course, got all the defensive stats, doing the spotting. And Bill Hockenberry back for another round, a couple of games this week, in for the extended vacationing John Dinkins, I guess we can say. But you had a fun night at what was tonight's special event at Mitchell Nielsen?
We had a little trunk or treat tonight. We had about 2,000 kids or so that came through. It was a great night for Mitchell Nielsen.
Well, nice. It's always good to have opportunities for those youngsters, and thanks for breaking speed laws and whatever you had to do to get here.
Principal Adam Bryson and his administrative staff, they do a great job with that event.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Well,
and there's a lot of kids, a lot of parents and kids getting in the car coming over here to this game.
I bet.
So, got their candy before the game.
Bring your candy in. This Battle of the Borough, we have seen many of those. Both you and I are products of Rutherford County schools, and both went to the same high school, but I don't want to say which one because I'll get accused of being a favorite or something here. But everybody always gets up for this one for sure.
Well, there's nothing like this game. I mean, it's the oldest rivalry in the county. Oakland Riverdale game. That's really, as a student, that's what you look forward to every year. It's even more special being the last game of the season. It's starting to be cool. Oakland's got a chance to have an undefeated regular season on the line. Riverdale's wants to do nothing more than just knock them off and send both teams into the region play on a high note.
Well, Oakland has won 15 of the last 16 matchups in this series, but Riverdale leads it 33-26. Riverdale's last victory was in 2023 when they beat Oakland here on this field 25-24 to win the region championship, and then Oakland in the ensuing game beat them in the quarterfinals 56-0. So they woke up a sleeping giant, if there was such a thing.
And that's in the minds of both of these squads tonight. That game a couple of years ago, and Riverdale thinks they can come over here and get a win. And if you're Oakland, they're trying to make sure that does not happen this time.
Well, last year's playoff game, which Oakland won 49-46, is the most combined points, 95, in the series. Oakland had the largest shutout. I just mentioned it, 56-0 back in 2023. And Oakland's win streak is 12, or was 12 from 2013 to 2022. Riverdale had a 9-0 win streak in the Gary Rankin era, 2001 to 2007. So this is a very, very interesting matchup, of course, and being the oldest one in the county. Riverdale won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So it will be the Riverdale Warriors kicking off here to Oakland. And Miles Weaver getting ready to do that. He is averaging 53 yards per kickoff on the season. Deep back for the Patriots is Craig Tutt. I mentioned earlier he had 3 punt returns for a touchdown. 2 of those in one game last week versus Stewart's Creek. Giovanni Malone is back there with him as well. He's had a kickoff return for a touchdown, so they're very dangerous, of course, back there. Your uniform combination, Riverdale in the white tops and the gold pants with cardinal numbers, gold hats with the spear on the helmet. Oakland Patriots in the home navy uniforms with white numbers, navy pants. Love this combination, can see the numbers very well. The Oakland white hats tonight with the football Patriot logo on the helmet.
Really good crowd right in here, Brian, for obviously this is always a big game in the city, and Thursday night this time, and still really good crowd out here tonight.
Well, you got to see more of the crowd than we generally do coming in here. I'm sure there were still people trying to file in.
The line to get in was still pretty long when I came in tonight.
Some people will never learn their lesson on that, right?
Some of them are probably still getting their candy. That's what they were doing, Brian.
Well, I guess so. You can't come to this matchup late because of parking and where you have to park, and the walk from the parking lot can be long unless you have someone drop you off, which I don't know if anybody that would do that. But.
No, but there were parking parking at the baseball field, so that tells you how far people are going to have to walk tonight.
Yeah, that is kind of the primary fan parking here, and I can see across the way. I don't think you can get another person in the stands on the Riverdale visiting side. Home side here is full as well, and there are people along the fence and just everywhere here tonight for this rivalry game. We talked a little bit in the pregame show, Bill, about the playoff implications and who can happen with this and that, and there's still a lot of things up for grabs. The only things we know, Oakland, Riverdale, and Blackman, in some order, will be in the playoffs, along with Smyrna or Rockville.
Yeah, and if you're these two teams, you just focus on your job tonight. And, you know, both these teams just need to win and let the chips fall where they may, and be ready to roll into the playoffs next week.
Well, I think we are ready to rock and roll here. This game is part of the Great American Rivalry Series as well, and it has been that designation probably more times than not since the United States Navy has been doing that, which is a cool thing. And Rod, remind me, was it the Joel Wyatt in the pregame? Was it Navy?
Navy.
So that's a Navy game that they, all-star game that they do, I think.
They sponsor.
And he has been invited to participate in that, and that is a national game. So that is
prestigious.
Pretty cool thing.
Yeah, got a jersey, game jersey.
Yeah, they presented him with a game jersey. Looks like he's going to be 26 whenever he plays that, if that's the actual number. But 14 tonight where he counts, and we're about ready to go. Toe meets leather, and we're underway. Going to be fielded at the 5 for Oakland. It's Giovanni Malone, 30, 40, 50. Uh-oh! He is going to take it all the way to the house. Giovanni Malone on the opening kickoff. 96 yards.
What a start to the Battle of the Borough.
Electric. And the Oakland Patriots strike first here with the Toots touchdown. I didn't give you the kickoff time yet. Toots Good Food and Fun ribs all weekend long. And don't forget, Friday's a big day with that shrimp basket, fish basket, all at Toots. Your J. Mullins Jewelry kickoff time was 7:08. I can't just slip that in. And the kick is up, and it is good. The Patriots draw first blood on the opening kickoff. 7-0. Oakland Patriots lead. State Farm Prep Sports.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact.
I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
Thank you, Alex Williams. And we're ready for the kickoff. No, not the kickoff to the game, but it's Oakland kicking off to Riverdale here. And fielded, bobbled, dropped, picked up, though. And running out of there with it is Zayden Jones. Jones going to be taken down inside the 15 and around the 13-yard line. And not only did Oakland score big, now they've got their ears pinned back on defense here. Riverdale kind of on their heels early in this one.
Couldn't have asked for a better start for Oakland. Riverdale, you got to try to get it out here and at least get a couple of first downs to flip the field a little bit and the momentum. We were only 22 seconds into the game, and you're already in danger zone.
It's Hampton with 5 wide, 3 to the near side, 2 to the left. Looks. Going to pass here near side to Talley, and Talley's going to be ripped down immediately by the Oakland Patriots, and that is Kyrie Gaynor. Number 11, Gaynor with 10 total tackles on the season. And Gaynor has been only played in 5 games, but I know last year he was a huge part of their championship run. And good to see him healthy, getting the first tackle of the game.
Sure-handed tackle right there. Really got nothing after he caught the ball. Good throw right there for Hampton. Sets up a 2nd and 8 right here.
3 wide to the far side, and it's going to be a run. And coming this way is Jacob Vaughn, and he's going to be crushed at about the 10. Make that 20. So a pickup of 4 yards, and it's a 3rd down.
Well,
Haggard and
you
Sanders.
feel like this is almost, you need this first down if you're Riverdale right here, at least to give your defense and your team to settle down right here and not have to punt from about your own end zone.
Haggard and Sanders for Oakland teaming up on the last tackle. 3rd down and 4 facing the Riverdale Warriors here. One in the backfield, I think that's Vaughn with Hampton. Hampton's back pass, looks right. Passes this way, Vaughn from the backfield. He's going to get to the 25-yard line, and that is going to be enough to move the chain, and a first down for the Warriors.
Really good job by Hampton checking down to Vaughn, and Vaughn making a good move to make sure he got that first down yardage.
Want to make sure to mention J. Mullins Jewelry, family owned since 1938, treating clients like family at J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts on West Northfield Boulevard. Personalized service, custom design, jewelry repair, stunning selection at J. Mullins Jewelry. And it's almost November, guys. You know what that means. Christmas is around the corner. 1st and 10. It's a run play for Vaughn. And going to dive forward to the 30-yard line. Picks up 4.
Tut.
And Tut.
I'm sorry, Haggard.
Haggard, rather, brings him down. Haggard on the season, 29 total tackles, 1 for loss, 2 interceptions, and a pass breakup, as well as a forced fumble and a block kick. 2nd down for Hampton. He's passed for over 2,000 yards this year. Fakes the handoff. It's a pass over to Tritch, the freshman left side. Tritch is not going to get the first down, but he gets about half of the 7 there. Tritch, the 6'3", 178-pound freshman with 51 catches for 564 yards this year.
He's a real impressive freshman, Tritch.
6 TDs for him as well. Earl brings him down. It'll bring up a 3rd down here, 2nd one of this series, which started inside the 10, around the 10. Little delay here in terms of getting the play called. A trip set close to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a run for Vaughn left side, and Vaughn is going to get that extra effort. And Haggard had him, but just a lunge forward is going to get him the first down, I think.
I think his
knee was down.
I think they gave him a spot behind the line to
Sure
gain.
did.
Now, from our angle, it looked like he got it, but they're marking him short.
The knee may have been down, or obviously was, or they wouldn't have called this. That's going to bring Weaver in to punt for the Warriors, I think.
That was a good effort right there for Vaughn. We thought he had it, but
they're going.
They may go for it here. They're showing they are, or they're going to try to draw Oakland off sides 1. No, they're going to go for it. Can they stuff him? It's Hampton.
Got it.
Who is going to get the first down by about a yard. So it's a first down with the old quarterback sneak.
Well, that's a statement right there for Riverdale, Brian, early in this game. Going for it on that 4th and 1. That's gutsy right there in your own territory, already down 7. Big pickup right there for the Warriors.
Williams and Gaynor.
Williams and Gaynor on the tackle. 1st and 10. Ball at the -36 for the Warriors. And Vaughn running off left tackle at the hashes to the 40 for a 4-yard gain.
Boy, Vaughn's really running hard tonight, Brian.
Trayvon Jackson.
Jackson making the tackle there. Keeping an eye on a lot of games tonight, which include Rockville and Blackman. Of course, our game here, Siegel and Laverne this evening. Hampton is going to pass on second down and finds one of his favorite receivers, Zayden Jones, the senior, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a 7-yard gain gives them a first bank first down.
Really good job from Hampton right there to find Jones. Haggard. Really good routes and another first down for the Warriors, the third of this drive.
Haggard with the tackle for Oakland. Oakland scored on one play on the punt. Their offense hasn't been on the field, and it's 7-0. Special team score. Now Riverdale trying to answer that on a long series. Nice pass over to Gordon Reynolds, and Reynolds breaks the tackle and now is down at the plus 35 now. And the long pass and catch, which goes 18 yards, and another first down for the Warriors.
Gainer.
Well, really good job for Hampton staying in there, delivering that ball to Reynolds right on time, and got a couple of yards out to the catch for another fourth first down of this drive for the Warriors.
Riverdale looking impressive going up against an Oakland defense that has not allowed a touchdown in 20 consecutive quarters and only 37 points this season. Opponents are only averaging 4.2 points per game. They've only given up 14 points in region play, and those have been, one of those was against Blackman, I believe. And now Hampton is in a world of trouble and brought down. Give the sack to Cullen Williams. It's his third sack of the season. He's now got, or 3.5 on the season, if you will.
Probably a smart decision right there from Hampton, Brian. They really didn't have anything down the field. Oakland was all over him, and just take the sack and live to play the next down.
Lost 5 yards on the play, back to the 40. 7-0 Oakland if you're just joining, and now Oakland's going to be offsides here. And Kyrie Gaynor a little too excited about the rush.
That was a good job by Riverdale right there, changing up their cadence. Oakland was trying to jump it right there and make a big play, and got a free 5.
And that really wipes off the harm of the sack to make it second and just a touch over 10. Need to get the ball to the 26 for a first down. Snap back, Hampton looks, goes far side, and a great catch over down there on the sidelines. And a huge gain after, and that is Riley Talley, who has 203 yards on the season, and that time picks up about 22 to put Riverdale here in the John Day Legal red zone.
Gainer.
Well, really good job again by Hampton, hanging in there and throwing a perfect ball to Talley for another first down.
Kyrie Gaynor got back there to make the tackle there on the sideline, but it is 1st and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line of Oakland. 3 wide outs to the near side, 1 to the left, going toward the corner of the end zone to Trich. He goes up in the air, and he is pulling in the touchdown. Trich with his 7th touchdown of the season, and that is a strike of 15 yards. Nice answer by the Warriors.
What a drive by Riverdale.
Can you tell what kind of game we're in for tonight? Toots touchdown for the Riverdale Warriors. And get a nice answer. Don't forget, every Tuesday, Burger Day. Chicken fingers on Wednesday, ribs all weekend. You can't ask for better. Toots, a 40-year tradition here in Rutherford County. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Your score 7-7 with 4:36 to play. First quarter, Battle of the Borough on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, Ritters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you in part by Animal City, Music World, and Drummers Den. Our friends at America's Home Place, along with Mills Family Pharmacy, and saying hello to good neighbor State Farm Agent Andy Womack. Offices on West Northfield Boulevard near the Ford dealer. State Farm Agent Andy Womack, 615-890-0850, online at andywomack.com. Well, Bill, what a start to this game. We're tied at 7-7, and it has been play after play after play.
It really has, and you know, the kick return for a touchdown for Oakland. But you got to really tip your hat right here to Riverdale. What a drive. You know, going 80, 85 or 86 yards all the way down the field, converting a fourth down, had 5 first downs on the drive. Really impressive for the Warriors, that drive.
That first down was, you know, around the 30, 35 yard line?
Yeah, it was risky. But, you know, that's another thing Coach Kreisky's already, you know, he's told his guys they're coming here to win, and early on.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update for you. And the Smyrna Stewart's Creek game, they've already completed 1 quarter, and there is no score in that game. The longer that game goes with no score, the better off for Stewart's Creek, I would think, in that one.
I would think so.
So we've got that update for you on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Thanks to Jeff Shipley over at Smyrna. Kick is going to be taken at the 25 for Oakland. It's Joel Wyatt, I believe, up to the 40-yard line. And Oakland Patriots have had some great field position, but this, with 4:28 to play in the first quarter, will be their first offensive snap of the game from the 40.
I would not have thought that coming in, Brian. I wouldn't have thought that.
So Riverdale defense here going to get their first crack at Oakland. We're tied at 7 apiece. If you're just joining us, the opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown by Oakland, and then an impressive 80-plus yard drive for Riverdale to get into the end zone to tie it at 7-7. Morton going to get the first call at QB. Has some time in the pocket. Now that time has run out. He's on the run and scampers to the corner, and they trip him up. It's going to depend where they think he went out of bounds over there on the far sideline. Looks around the 45. And for a busted play, that goes 6 yards. And that really was a busted play. Great coverage downfield.
It was, but you can just see the speed of Morton right there, and just exploded up and made something out of nothing.
Second down, 4 to go. And bouncing it outside, I believe it's Tutt. Going to carry it for the first down. He's going to be wrapped up in Riverdale territory at the 43-yard line for a 10-yard gain.
Well, it took about 5 Warriors to bring him down on that one, Brian.
I believe that was Dante Cameron, the ball carrier, and not Tutt.
Fuqua
made the tackle there. He's the leading tackler on the team, 71, 4 for loss, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 5 passes defended on the year for him. Morton gives to Bass in the backfield. Bass off to the races, 35-30, 25-20, and out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. And we'll see, it's going to be at the 15. So a 28-yard run by Kamani Bass, who's now over 300 yards rushing on the season.
Fuqua. So many weapons for this Oakland team to go to.
Fuqua on the tackle once again. Now Dante Cameron back in. They alternate quarterbacks with the freshman Cam Morton and the junior Dante Cameron, who knows this Riverdale team very well, transferred from Riverdale. Coming out here near side is Valon Henderson, who's going to be the lone receiver. between the hashes and the numbers.
They had a little chain problem. They just got them fixed, I believe.
There's also a flag across the way, and it was declined, so I'm not exactly sure what that was. First and 10 for Oakland. They have it at the 15-yard line. From the right hash, Cameron going to take it, run it, right side, now bounces, comes here to the near side, finds a crease, but is going to only get about a yard or two out of that before being taken down. Looks like just a yard on the quarterback keeper, nothing to the right. Forced him out to the left side.
Good job for Riverdale's defense on that play, Brian. Strung off the right side, made him come back all the way left, and they still had containment on that side to bring him down.
Thompson with the tackle. Smyrna in the Mayor's Cup draws first blood in the second quarter. Took just 3 seconds with a field goal. It's 3-0 Bulldogs in that one. Here's the pitch back. And running to the 10-yard line. Once I see who gets up off the bottom of that pile, it is Craig Tutt. Tutt with the rush of 4 yards to bring up a 3rd down and 5 on this play.
Hollins
on the tackle for Riverdale. 3rd down, and Oakland sending Will Millsap as one of the receivers to the right. Tutt is going to go out there as well. Another here near side for Cameron, who looks to pass, and it's going to be completed. And it's Joel Wyatt into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyatt, his 6th TD of the season. Boy, saw him at the last second, completed it, and Joel finished it off.
Boy, really good job there by Wyatt, bouncing off the tackle, and then after he bounced off, he had a clear path to the end zone.
Touchdown for the Oakland Patriots. You're going to hear a lot about Toots tonight, it sounds like. Wednesday is all about the chicken fingers at Toots. Lunch and dinner specials. Block kicked. Or kick blocked. I said it backwards, didn't I? And the extra point being blocked makes it 13-7. Oakland on top. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate them. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and
Ron Reeves, you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV. Brought to you in part by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, along with Middle Tennessee Christian School. And our Big G TV coverage tonight brought to you courtesy of Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, the only multi-specialty physician-owned medical practice in Rutherford County. Serving the community with primary and specialty care, MMC is committed to keeping you healthy for life. Well, this first quarter is not over yet, and it's already 13-7. Sometimes, Bill, in a game like this, you know, an extra point blocked, anything can really come back to haunt you, or I don't know. Oakland may go for 2 and a big play later on. You just never know.
That changes the flow of the game. If you make the extra point right there, you move on. It's now 13-7 on the miss, and you never know. That changes the complexity of the game. Like you said, they may have to go for 2 later on.
Well, we know that in the year 2023, when Riverdale won here, they had to go for 2 to get the 25-24 win instead of kicking and going into overtime. So,
and
never know.
That may play into it again tonight.
It has been a very exciting, fast-paced first quarter here.
One thing you can say early on, Brian, both teams look playoff ready. Whatever happens tonight, both these teams, they look like they're ready for the playoffs starting next week.
We are going to send 3 really, well, we're going to send 4 really good teams to the playoffs here in 6A for sure. Here's the Hernandez kick. Going to be taken inside the 5, 10, 15, and to the 20-yard line. And that's where the Warriors will start things off here.
Good special teams tackle right there for the Patriots. Little better position this time for the Warriors, not inside their own 15-yard line. Got up to the 20 this time.
1st and 10 here for Riverdale in this 60th battle of the Borough. Riverdale's last win was right here on this field. First and 10 for Gavin Hampton now. He's got a couple of receivers to either side to choose from here. Vaughn in the backfield, going to be the safety valve. He gets the pass to him and crushed. Back there was Cullen Williams. And Cullen also had Kyrie Gaynor back there too, I think. So between the two, making the tackle for a loss of a couple.
Oakland was ready for that drop off to the back that time. Coach Watson's made a little defensive change right there. They weren't going to be fooled by Vaughn this series.
They also had every receiver downfield covered. Second down and behind the chain here for Hampton. Going to zip it downfield and completed to Reynolds. Reynolds wrapped up shy of the 35-yard line for a 16-yard pass and catch. And Kyrie Gaynor kept him from getting any of those yak yards after.
Boy, impressive start, Brian, for Gavin Hampton. 8 of 8 for 80 yards and a touchdown so far in the first quarter.
He has passed for over 2,000. Well, now over 2,100 if you count tonight, too. He's got trips to the far side, 2 inside the hashes. Now Vaughn is going to line up on the right hip. Vaughn takes it to the left side, trying to turn it upfield, and he's going to be pushed back by Craig Tutt. And pushed out of bounds. Tutt was pushed out of bounds, and the flag is thrown. Or I saw Tutt's body flying over there on the Riverdale sideline, so this could be interesting.
One thing they try to clean up in these rivalry games, Brian, is excessive contact and anything unnecessary.
It's a personal foul against Riverdale. Well, you can't have many of those. You shouldn't have any of those, but I know that's part of the game and all, but those are penalties which will haunt you.
There's a point where you can play too aggressive. That looked like it was to that point right there. Now you're setting yourself up because the down counts. Now it's 2nd and 25.
Second down and 24 yards to go. Last few seconds here of the quarter, and now there are flags everywhere. And in fact, the ball was snapped to Hampton, and he just stood there. So a pre-snap penalty, and it's going to back Riverdale up even further. wasn't even snapped, but Hampton was just there. Second down and long.
Riverdale might just let this clock run out for the quarter.
That appears to be what they're going to do. Clock at 8 at 7, and they're just looking around. So we're going to go to the second quarter with your score. Oakland 13, Riverdale 7. 1 quarter of the Battle of the Boroughs, 60th edition in the books on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our coverage here brought to you in part by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, the Rutherford Opioid Board, and State Farm. Some updates on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. I have not heard anything out of Blackman Rockvale. I'm going to work to get an update on that one. Of course, 13-7 here, Oakland on top. It's 13-0 Siegel over Laverne, second quarter. And Smyrna leads 10-0 over Stewart's Creek. Thought I had that score updated for you on the scoreboard, but we'll work on that. We've swapped sides of the field, so Riverdale moving right to left as we see it here now. And Hampton back to pass is in a world of trouble, and he's going to be brought down at the 1. Almost a safety.
Boy, he was inches from a safety. He kept going backwards, and he almost got in there.
Well, he tried to go down to the turf, but just the sheer will of Oakland pushed him back and pushed him back.
Danger time right here for Riverdale. Got to be smart. Don't turn the ball over. 3rd and 39, deep inside your own territory.
You'd like to get just something to get out of the shadow of your end zone. And it's going to be a run play by Vaughn to the 5. So they got about 3.5, 4 yards there. You think Oakland brings some pressure here on this punt?
I would say they do. I think they're going to bring a lot of pressure right here. You got a dangerous returner and Tut back here waiting on the punt.
And he's standing at the 40. Sanders with the sack a few plays ago. The punt from the back of the end zone. High. Going to be returned for Tut from the 45. Little shake and bake move and then out of bounds. They're going to have it at the plus 43-yard line.
All in all, though, Brian, not a bad deal for Riverdale right there. Got it out of the end zone, almost to midfield. I'm going to make Oakland at least earn it a little bit right here.
10 minutes, 23 seconds to play in the second quarter. Oakland is up 13-7. We're going to take a break on State Farm Prep Sports from the Good Neighbor Network.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this.
Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Oakland Patriots have it and give to Tut after the timeout. Tut bounces inside. There's a flag, 35 to the 30. Stiff arm, 25-20. And going to be down inside the John Day legal red zone, but I have a feeling this may be a hold and come back. And it is coming back. Jones finally brought down Tut, but not before the hold. And what, that's two, I think, two penalties.
2 penalties for 15 yards so far. Boy, Tut's explosive, though, when he gets the ball. I know there's a hold right there, but, man, he's just dynamic when he has open space.
The moves he's able to make in open field and just to make people miss, it's something pretty special to see. First down and looks like about 14. So
the hold must have been up the field a little bit.
By about a yard. We're still at the plus 47 here. Pass is broken up. I think Tut actually tipped it despite being intended for Millsap. Maybe a little miscommunication there.
I think Cameron was upset with somebody on that play. As soon as he threw the ball, he was kind of talking to his receivers.
So 2nd and 14. 9 minutes, 44 seconds to play here in the 60th. Oakland leading 13-7. An Oakland victory pretty much ensures, well, it does ensure a region championship for them. Even with a loss, they could still be region champs in 5 scenarios, I think. And in trouble is Morton. He's just going to tuck it and run. 45-40, 35-30, first down, 25, and hammered as he's knocked out of bounds around the 22. It's going to be a very long run of 25. Jones pushed him out of bounds. They're going to spot the ball at the 22-yard line, so just shy of the John Day legal red zone, but it is a First Bank first down. Cheering on student athletes with every new set of downs, that's First Bank. Out here near side is Giovanni Malone. He is going to be the lone receiver, a couple of slot backs. And the play up the middle to the 20. So just a couple of yards. See who gets off the bottom of the pile. I believe that was Bass, the ball carrier there. And a second down and 8 to go. Ilara for the tackle there. He's got 42 on the year, 5 for loss with a sack. Forced a fumble, 1 for a touchdown. On second down, coming from the left side. On the run is Tutt. Emmons brought him down at the 17-yard line, so about a 4-yard pickup there to bring up third down. 3rd and 4 from the 16. That's where they have it, at the Riverdale 16-yard line. With third down as Dante Cameron comes in. Gives you another run option there as well. Justice Haggard comes out on this play. And you're going to have Tutt and Cameron in the backfield together. Joel Wyatt out here to the right side. Cameron going to keep and met by a wall of Warriors.
Big time stop right there for the Riverdale defense. Setting up a 4th down right here. It looks like Oakland's going to go for it.
Do they bring out Jose Hernandez? It doesn't look like it. Don't see 95 trotting out there. Oakland making several substitutions here.
And it's a 4th and 5 right here, so it's kind of a medium 4th down right here.
We're not talking about a tush push or anything here for sure. A little different look for Oakland. It's a pitch back and it's a pass option, but it's going to be a run here for a first down for Malone, I believe it was, who came out from his wideout spot on the left side. There is a penalty marker, however. Oakland kind of had an offset look there to their formation. Holding against Oakland. That's a costly penalty.
Now see if they bring on out the field goal kicker right here.
There is Hernandez. Hernandez, his long is 36. So this is going to be a 45-yard attempt. And now looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We'll take a timeout too. We'll be right back to see what Oakland does when we come right back.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
And you're listening to Prep Football.
Coverage of State Farm Prep Sports from WGNS and Big G TV, brought to you in part by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, along with Franklin's Printworks, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, America's Thrift Store, and the law offices of John Day. Some scores. Blackman now up 14-0. 10:24 to play in the second quarter. They lead Rockvale 14-0. We'll talk a little bit during our halftime about what some of this means. So this is a 45-yard field goal attempt for Jose Hernandez. It would be his longest attempt of the season. The kick is up. Does it have the distance is the question, and it does not. It does not. The kick is no good. And the Riverdale defense holds Oakland to no score here on this possession.
Oh, the penalty right there, Brian, on that fourth down play hurts you right there. Took you just out of field goal range and put a good foot on it, but just missed it a little bit right there.
Oakland rolled the dice, tried to go for it on fourth down. The holding penalty on 4th and 5 makes it much longer, and there you have the situation. So Riverdale back out on offense. 6 minutes and 52 seconds to play. It's 13-7. Oakland on top. Riverdale scored on their opening possession. Oakland scored on the opening kickoff. Here's Hampton. Gonna pass to the right side. In the backfield, it was Vaughn. And Vaughn picks up 11 yards. And Vaughn out of the backfield has been very effective for Riverdale tonight.
They found something on film right there. They've gone to that. When nothing else is open down the field, they're able to find Vaughn getting a little space.
Gaynor made the tackle. And it's a first bank first down for the Warriors. Back to pass, comes near side to Tridge. Tridge makes a tackle 40, 45, and to the midfield stripe. Going to be just shy of it or right at it. And the freshman picks up 19 yards, a lot of those after the catch.
Just an impressive freshman. Just a really impressive freshman.
Jackson finally pulled him down by his shoestrings there.
7th Warrior first down of the first half.
Travion Jackson with 57 tackles. He and Cullen Williams coming into the game with the highest tackles on the team. Jackson with 16.5 for loss. 3 wide right, 1 near side for Hampton as he's back to pass at the 40. Now looks to a second receiver, and that's Riley Talley, who's going to be at the plus 46 now. So picks up 4 yards. Talley at 5'10", 177-pound senior. Wade on the takedown.
Now is Gavin Hampton's in a pretty good zone right now. He's 11 of 11 to start the game, 114 yards and a touchdown. And hasn't really been rattled too much other than a couple of sacks.
Pitch back. Vaughn taking the right side. 40. Still on his feet. 35. And finally taken down inside the 35-yard line. And a nice run on the pitch out to Jacob Vaughn of 14 yards. Going to get it down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's good for Riverdale. Gets the clock moving the football. About to get into scoring territory.
Joel Wyatt with the tackle. Wyatt defensively, 39 tackles, 3.5 for loss, a sack, an interception, 4 pass breakups, and a recovered fumble for a touchdown, 2 forced fumbles. Very important defensively. They fake the pitch, and Hampton is hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. In fact, there was not a Riverdale Warrior in sight. That might have just been a throwaway.
That was first time really good pressure for Coach Watson's defense right there. That's the first incompletion of the night.
Brings up a second down. McGee with the pressure on quarterback Hampton. Trips here near side. 2 inside the hashes, 1 at the numbers here for Riverdale. And it's going to be Vaughn on the draw. And Vaughn over the 25 to the 24-yard line. Picks up 8. You know, for a team that primarily passes the ball, Riverdale's done a really good job tonight of mixing up the play calls.
They really have, and you can tell that Riverdale was challenging their offensive line for this game, and they've really stepped up to the challenge so far.
3rd and about 2 for Riverdale at the Oakland 29-yard line. Under 4 minutes to play, about 3:45 now. 3 receivers here to the bottom, but looks to the top right side, going to the corner of the end zone, flag thrown as Gordon Reynolds tried to make that grab, and it's almost probably always going to be against the defense there. Haggard on the coverage, but this is going to give Riverdale a first down, I would say. And they're going to mark it off against the Patriots. There's 10, there's 15, and they're in the John Day legal red zone out the 12-yard line. The law offices of John Day fights for injury victims across Tennessee. No fee unless they win the case. Well, Oakland has had some very costly penalties, that being one right there. It's 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Oakland 12. A touchdown would tie and an extra point to give Riverdale the lead here. Pass to the freshman Tritch, left side to the 10, and ridden out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Going to be about the 7 or 8. Wyatt on the tackle there.
Well, Tritch is a really tough kid. Got slammed pretty hard out of bounds right there, Brian, by Oakland. Got right back up. It's in the huddle.
I said the 7 or 8. It's actually, well, that looks like the 6-yard line. Scoreboard says 8, though. Vaughn on the left hip. Back to pass is Hampton, and finds easily wide open Reynolds for a 6-yard pass and catch, and Riverdale has tied this ball game up.
Boy, really great pass right there from Hampton to Reynolds. Right on time, wide open for the touchdown.
It's 13-13, and now this extra point could give Riverdale the lead here in this first half. After the Toots touchdown, here's Weaver for point, and it is good. And the Warriors have taken a 14-13 lead in this Battle of the Borough nail-biter so far. 2:51 to play in the half on State Farm Prep Sports.
Jenny Mayer's Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
Our State Farm Prep Sports coverage brought to you in part by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known. You call, we haul. Listen every pregame and postgame show for the SRM Concrete performer. Right now, it is Riverdale up 14-13, kicking off to Oakland. And here's the kick. Taken at the 14-yard line by Joel Wyatt. Wyatt breaks one tackle, now tries to push his way forward, and in the scrum is going to get to about the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a win right there for Riverdale, Brian. They tackled him on the kickoff.
Yeah, the truth. New score out of Siegel Laverne. Stars up 20-0 now in that game. Got 4 big games tonight.
We've got an injured Patriot on the play.
Looks like it's Wyatt that's down there. But he pops back up pretty quick. So he'll have to come out for this play.
Big drive here for Oakland, Brian. Right here for the half. 2:42. Got 2 of your timeouts left, and try to go reestablish some of this dominance they had early on.
72 yards to go for Oakland, down by 1. The difference, a missed extra point or a blocked extra point. And there is a flag on the play. And this is going to be against false start.
That's another story of the first half, Brian. Some penalties that have really hurt them.
And those have been mainly here in the second quarter, haven't they? A lot of them.
They have.
So behind the chain are the Patriots, back to the 23-yard line now.
Looks like Cameron's in at quarterback.
They swap between Cameron and, of course, Cam Morton. That Smyrna Stewart's Creek game is at the half, 10-0. Smyrna on top. A little quick update for you. They fake the handoff. Cameron, now he's going to pull it down and run. Finds 25 to the 30 and spun down around the 35-yard line. Pass option run there, and he takes it for 12 on the run.
That's Cameron's game. I got to see him as a freshman, and he's really grown up. That's his game right there. Let the defense kind of get by him and open up a lane. He's really hard in the open field to tackle.
Second down and 3 after Laura made the tackle. And here's Tutt running to the far side, and he is going to be met and dropped at the 35 for no gain.
Well, the Riverdale defense and their sidelines fired up on that hit right here, setting up a big third down right here for the Patriots.
For 28. Been getting in on a lot of tackles here lately for Riverdale, and 42 coming in on this game. Mr. Guile Lara. On third down, it's a run, and Cam Morton going to be stopped. It's actually Cameron, but Underwood shot in there, brought him down. And on fourth down, Oakland going to be forced to punt it away here, it looks like.
Well, really good job right there for the Riverdale defense getting off the field. We're under a minute right here. Been a really good first half.
See what Oakland does here on 4th and 3 with just 37 seconds. They are going to punt it away. That is Matthew Moore, the senior. And boy, what a great roll. Going to roll inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. He was averaging 36 yards on punts this season. Has not had to punt a ton. And that one is going to be dropped inside the 20 in 24.8 seconds on the clock.
I would suspect Coach Kreisky would try to get this thing to the locker room, but you never know.
Defense, get up, get up. Defense, get up. Defense, get up, get up. Defense, get up. Defense, get up, get up.
24.8.
Defense, get up, get up. Defense, get up.
And Hampton will send 2 wide to either side. But safe on the ground with Vaughn, who gets it to the 21-yard line, and that's probably your last play of this first half. And that is going to be the case. But for the first time this season, the Oakland Patriots find themselves down at halftime by a score of 14-13. Riverdale has scored as many points as the entire rest of the region opponents have scored on them this year. 14-13, your score here at halftime, with Riverdale up by 1. A missed or a blocked extra point is the difference in this one at the moment. Coming up next, it's your Ideas Tees intermission right here on WGNS and Big GTV as you listen or watch State Farm Prep Sports.
The frustration many are feeling is real and justified. Kenneth Barrett said that after the county commission denied raises for deputies this year, and as sheriff, fair pay will be a top priority.
We need to figure out how we can get ours comparable to other agencies and start communication with the county commission to try to get less steps at a higher percentage.
With nearly 30 years at the sheriff's office, Barrett brings servant leadership, accountability, transparency, and fairness. Learn more at KennethBarrettForSheriff.com.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, J.M. Stewart Treasurer.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack.
Time now for the Ideas Tees intermission. With a break in the action, we'll bring you stats, scores, and highlights from tonight's game. Brought to you by Ideas Tees, your home for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. Visit 111 East MTCS Road, right across from the school, and check out Raider Tees 2 for officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear. Ideas Tees can put your logo on just about anything. Now time to break down the action so far with the Prime Time Sports Team.
We welcome you back here to Oakland High School in Redview Stadium. It's 14-13 your halftime score, and time to look at some scores on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. We'll look local here in just a second. But we have to, Bill, really kind of take a very close look at East Tennessee now, because they're kind of the way the playoffs are working this year. They're doing it in pods, and so regions 1 through 4 play each other. So you still have your first round region games with, for region 3, us will play region 4, but then in the second round you could play a 1 or 2 region teams. So
it's interesting. I like it. It's a little different playing new opponents.
It does mean some second round travel if you win the first round, though. That's for sure.
And I think it's exciting for the kids too. And I think that's one thing Tua Sablé really did this year. They wanted to get some excitement back for those kids in the early rounds of the playoffs.
Yeah. So of some of those East Tennessee games, Bradley Central is up big on Bearden, which they should be. It's 30-6. The one score between unbeaten Oak Ridge and Maryville leads 34-0. So that means they're going to be the 1, and Oak Ridge will be the 2. Bradley Central will be the 3, and it's just Farragut, Hardin Valley for those last 2, and they must be playing tomorrow night because I don't see their score on the scoreboard this evening. So that part, we won't know the 4 from there. And that's kind of as far as I've looked since those games are really a little further along. We do know that Green Hill's going to be the region winner out of 4, but it could be Cookeville, Lebanon, or Gallatin in some form or fashion.
And we've seen that Lebanon team. They're, solid team. I know that Seagulls played Cookeville this year, so we got some good opponents we're going to face in the first round. But honestly, Brian, I really feel like all four of our teams, whoever it is, could advance.
Just a look at our region right now. Smyrna's up 10-0. If they win and Oakland wins and Blackman wins and they're up, well, Smyrna's going to get in, and it's Oakland, Blackman, Riverdale. Same if Blackman wins and Riverdale, even though Riverdale wins, but a Smyrna win and a Laverne win together. Laverne's trailing pretty big there. So then that takes you to a Blackman win and a Riverdale win and a Siegel win gets Rockvale in the playoffs. So Rockvale still has some opportunities, and they could get in even in a loss.
Yeah, and it's a scenario we probably didn't really think much about,
right.
But it very well could happen.
Rockvale and Riverdale wins. Riverdale could finish number 1. Right now, Rockvale's trailing, even though Riverdale's winning. So that's the only scenario that keeps Oakland from winning another region championship and would give Riverdale the region championship. But these two teams, I mean, it's really big. Riverdale cannot finish second. They're either region champs or they finish third.
And that's interesting. You don't normally see that.
Yeah.
You normally, first or second, and but they're either going to be first or third. So we do know that where they're not going to be second or fourth.
And just got an update on that Blackman-Rockvale game. It is 28-7. Blackman up in that one. So Blackman's kind of flexing a little muscle in that game.
You knew Blackman was going to come back after the scare they had against Siegel last week, which, great job for the Stars and a great game, but you knew Blackman was going to try to get back to Blackman football tonight.
Well, as y'all finish the stats, I'm going to take a look here at your scoring, and this is brought to you by our friends at Craig's Tax Service, and it actually got going really quick, like the opening kickoff here on our replays. Going to be fielded at the 5 for Oakland. It's Giovanni Malone, 30, 40, 50. Uh-oh! He is going to take it all the way to the house. Giovanni Malone on the opening kickoff. 96 yards.
What a start to the Battle of the Borough.
I put Oakland up 7-0, and then it was Riverdale taking a lot of time off the clock, marching downfield about over 80 yards, and they finish it off with this Hampton to Tritch combination. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the left, going toward the corner of the end zone to Tritch. He goes up in the air, and he is pulling in the touchdown. Tritch with his 7th touchdown of the season, and that is a strike of 15 yards. Nice answer by the Warriors.
What a drive by Riverdale.
What a drive indeed by the Warriors, and the extra point tied us up. Then we go to about 2 minutes or so later in the contest, still in the first quarter, and this is Oakland going to the air with Cameron. Another here near side for Cameron, who looks to pass, and it's going to be completed, and it's Joel Wyatt into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyatt, his 6th TD of the season. Boy, saw him at the last second, completed it, and Joel finished it off.
Boy, really good job there by Wyatt, bouncing off the tackle, and then after he bounced off, he had a clear path to the end zone.
And the extra point was no good, and as it was blocked, that made it 13-7. That's a big difference in this game right now, because all second quarter scoreless until the 2:51 mark, and that's when Riverdale driving. Hampton finds Reynolds for the tying TD. Back to pass is Hampton, and finds easily wide open Reynolds for a 6-yard pass and catch, and Riverdale has tied this ball game up.
Boy, really great pass right there from Hampton to Reynolds. Right on time, wide open for the touchdown.
The extra point was good, and that gave Riverdale the lead. 14-13. And that's your Craig's Tax Service first half recap for you. 13 points scored by Oakland in the first quarter, but scoreless in the second. Riverdale added a touchdown in each quarter to lead it here 14-7, or 14-13 rather. And Craig's Tax Service, they specialize in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services at Craig's Tax Service. And they wish everybody a great second half in the games that are going on all around Rutherford County. A break on the Ideas Tees intermission. And when we return, we'll have your stats here in the first half and a little more conversation about this first half between Oakland and Riverdale in the 60th edition of the Battle of the Borough on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting.
Glad you're along with us here on the Ideas Tees intermission. Thanks to America's Thrift Store. They're now open at the corner of Middle Tennessee and MLK Jr. Boulevard. Whether it's thrifting, one-of-a-kind statement pieces, name brand jeans, or just browsing for the thrill of the find, America's Thrift offers unbeatable value, up to 70% off retail. Rod Edwards likes to save money, don't you? Let's talk some defense. We've seen some really hard hitting in this game, some really good defense on both sides of the ball. Well, what have you got in terms of some defensive stars tonight?
Brian, I can't hear whoever's talking.
Leave 2 tackles. Aiden Emmons has 5 tackles. Gail Lara has 4. Jeremy Thompson has 2. They've been the ones that stood out, but everybody else has 1. So there's been a lot of really the whole team playing good defense. Oakland, Kyrie Gaynor, he's been out for a good part of the year, but he's just back. But he's made himself present. He had 7 tackles. He had like 4 tackles in the first 6 plays on defense. Chloe Williams has 3 tackles and a sack. Justin Haggard 4 tackles. Devon McGee 2 tackles and 1 sack. And Trayvon Jackson 3 tackles.
All right, Rod. Thank you for that. Bill Hockenberry's got our offensive stats. Rod, be thinking of maybe an SRM concrete highlight here at halftime and maybe a little TOA with it together there. But what do you got offensively there, Bill?
All right, Brian. At the half, Riverdale Warriors lead Oakland 14-13 in the first half for Riverdale. Offensively, they had 42 yards rushing, 126 yards passing through the air for a total of 168 yards and 9 first downs. Individually for Riverdale, Jacob Vaughn had 9 carries for 40 yards. Gavin Hampton had a carry for 2 yards. And then passing, Gavin Hampton. A very, very impressive first half for Gavin Hampton. He was 13 of 14 in the first half for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Warriors. Receiving for Riverdale, really impressive freshman Luke Tritch, 4 catches, 43 yards and a touchdown. Corbin Reynolds, 3 catches, 40 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Vaughn, who's been a factor also in the passing game, 3 catches for 15 yards. Riley Talley, 3 catches for 28 yards. And Zayden Jones, 1 catch for 8 yards. For the Patriots in the first half, they had 92 yards on the ground, 10 yards through the air for a total of 102 yards in the first half. Individually for Oakland, Craig Tutt had 3 carries for 9 yards. Dante Cameron, 5 carries for 22 yards. Cam Morton, 2 carries for 31 yards. Kamari Bass, 2 carries for 30 yards. Oakland played 2 quarterbacks. Both did a really good job in the first half. Cam Morton and Dante Cameron completed 1 pass for 10 yards and a touchdown to Joel Wyatt. That's the only pass they completed in the first half. Once again, at the half, Riverdale Warriors lead Oakland 14-13.
All right, very good. SRM Concrete, solid performer.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Just got choked. I'm going to give 2 people because there was one play that Bill mentioned of what the timing was, the second touchdown for Riverdale. And on the play, because I had the glasses on it, I could really see it, Hampton, he just says 3-1. His number is 3. He threw a pass as Corbin Reynolds was behind the defensive player. They threw it behind the defensive player. Corbin Reynolds stepped inside of the guy and caught the ball. So the pass was released before he was open. And he stepped right into it and went in with untouched. And that's a high-level execution of play, demonstrating that several people have really done very well receiving-wise for Riverdale, but Hampton has really been on target.
All right, SRM Concrete solid performer tonight. SRM Concrete, you call, we haul. They're locally grown and nationally known. SRM Concrete highlighting players delivering a steady effort in this first half. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back and get you to the second half. It's been your IDST's intervention here on WGNS and Big G TV.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor.
When home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county.
Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you in part by good neighbor State Farm agent Dana Womack at 805 South Church Street between Farm Credit and the Post Office. That's Dana Womack, 900-0877, and online at myboroughagent.com. And Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Everything we've got is at halftime here this evening and about ready to start the second half. Some of these games may be in the second half. But Rockvale trails Blackman 28-7 at the half. It's Riverdale up 14-13 here over Oakland. Siegel 20, Laverne 6, and Smyrna is up 10-0 over Stewart's Creek. Now, if those scores were to be your final scores, it would be very interesting.
What an interesting scenario that would be.
So a Blackman win, and Smyrna is up. If Oakland wins, they're 1, Blackman 2, Riverdale 3, Smyrna 4. If Blackman wins and Riverdale wins and a Siegel win and they're up, it's Oakland, Blackman, Riverdale, Rockvale. So 1 through 3 don't change. It's just that 4. And honestly, I think those are the two scenarios that we're looking at here, just based on the scores that we see and the score of this game, which is kind of up in the air at this point. So we'll just wait and see. And we would be pitted against Green Hill, Lebanon, Gallatin, and Cookeville. And it looks like Cookeville will probably finish second because Wilson Central has to win, and they're losing pretty big right now, along with a Cookeville win, and they're down at the half. But both of those scenarios have to happen. Otherwise, it's Green Hill 1, Cookeville 2, Lebanon 3, Gallatin 4. So we should know a pretty good picture about who we will play in the first round after tonight's game. So it may take me a minute. We may have to take an extended little post-game break, but we'll try to give you the picture. But second half coming up. Here is a stat that I've been holding on to. The Oakland Patriots have only given up 6 points in the second half, and they have not allowed a score all season long in the third quarter. I think that's big.
And that just goes to coaching right there. Coach Watson, Coach Creasy go and make the adjustments, and we're going to see tonight because I got a feeling Coach Creasy really is going to have their attention right here. We're going to see what kind of adjustments they make here in the third quarter.
Here's the Oakland kickoff to Riverdale. Let's see if they can break some streaks here. Warriors take it from inside the 10. And going to get to just across the 20-yard line on the return, about the 23. And that's where the Warriors will start things here as we just get underway here in the second half of action. Brought to you by Sir Pizza, J. Mullins Jewelry, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, and Parks Auction Company. Wyatt made the tackle on the return. And it is 1st and 10. Pretty quiet crowd so far, but they're just settling in after getting one of those Oakland dogs and getting ready for the second half.
Brian, you got to feel like one of the keys in the second half is can Oakland get pressure on Hampton? Because they didn't get a ton of pressure on him in the first half.
He's going to hand off to Vaughn. Little zipper out there up the middle to the 30-yard line for a 5-yard pickup for him. That's one kid who's had a heck of a first half.
He really has. And in all areas, catching the ball, running the ball, blocking. Really good first half from Jacob Vaughn.
Patterson makes the tackle of him on that play. He's really kind of been the safety valve as a receiver, but has gotten some pretty decent yardage out of those situations.
Shifty, as the kids say.
Yeah. 3 wide near side and 1 receiver up top for Hampton. And he's going to fake and keep, dive forward. Going to be short of the first down by just a smidge, I think. Picked up just a couple. Or did he pick up anything? Yeah, he did. They're giving him a first down.
Wow.
It was a little better than I thought. About 4 yards, wasn't it?
Good spot. This is the opposite spot from the first half. So.
That's true. First bank first down for the Warriors.
It's their 10th first down of the game so far for Riverdale.
I would say time of possession is in their favor too, wouldn't you?
I would say for sure.
That's not one of the stats that we get to keep.
And that's one of the things coming to this game, which was so key to see, is how they play fast. And
ooh, they get the sack this time. Blitzing right up the middle. And Sanders with the sack. Jackson with the sack, number 23. He's got 8 sacks coming into this game, and add another one to the ledger for Mr. Travion Jackson.
Let's see if that wakes up the Oakland defense right here.
Well, that's that pressure you were talking about.
Yeah, I feel like that's the adjustment they had to make, was try to force Hampton into some passes.
Well, Hampton now is in a 2nd and 18 situation. Going with an empty backfield. Looks right, has some time, passes over to the sideline for a short pickup there, and that's Riley Talley of 2 yards. Talley, the ball was kind of underthrown to him, and no chance for a run after the catch.
It's a big play right here for Oakland's defense, trying to get off the field, kind of change the momentum of this game. It's also big for Riverdale to try to pick this thing up.
3rd and 16, Riverdale back at their own 28-yard line. And Hampton zips it across the middle. It's going to be caught by Reynolds for a first down. Gets it right to the 46-yard line. And he got 17 yards, and he needed 16 and a half. What a completion there by Gavin Hampton.
Hampton is just an impressive quarterback tonight. He has really stepped in there and had some big-time throws tonight.
Justice Haggard with the tackle, but not before Riverdale gets the first down. From the classroom to the field, First Bank stands behind the next generation. First Bank first down Warriors. Our second half underway. First drive of the second half, and here's Bond. Runs it right side around the hashes, going to get to the midfield 50 for a 4-yard pickup. And it's 2nd down. Jackson on the tackle. 3rd quarter underway here with Riverdale up 14-13. The difference so far is a blocked extra point. And by the way, on the season, that was the first miss by Jose Hernandez. Second down here for the Warriors. Short yardage situation. Ball tipped right back into the hands of Hampton, and he's going to scramble for a first down almost to the 45. We'll see if they give him that first down or not. Was that ball not knocked back into his hands?
It was knocked right back into his hands, and it's one of those nights he picks it up and got the first down.
Picked up 6 yards and does indeed get that First Bank first down. Ball just across the 45. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, huh?
Living right tonight, the Warriors are. Ball controlling. We're approaching under 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Riverdale couldn't have scripted a better start to this 3rd quarter.
Sometimes your best defense is to keep your offense out there. And Hampton back to pass, looks downfield, and a snag by Luke Tritch. He climbed the ladder for that one. A catch inside the 30-yard line at the 27. Tritch for an 18-yard big play.
Boy, I mean, he's a freshman. I mean, I know that's got to be the chant Riverdale student section is saying. He's a freshman.
Chevy Armour with the tackle. But Tritch, the just vertical leap that he made there on that. 1st and 10 at the Oakland 27-yard line. Opening drive of the second half in the Battle of the Bird. To pass Hampton, looks, going to run now, spins out of trouble, and now is going to be brought down for a loss to the 30-yard line. Nobody to pass to, couldn't get out of the congestion there.
It's the 4th Oakland sack of the night. But it just hasn't been consistent pressure, Brian. It's, they've had the 4 sacks, but Hampton has really felt comfortable tonight. That's the key tonight for Riverdale.
There have been 2 sacks here on this drive, but outside of that, it's Jackson and Sanders who teamed up for that brown bag special. Play clock is down to 5, and Riverdale's going to have to burn a timeout here in this third quarter. We'll step aside as well. Riverdale driving up 14-13 on State Farm Prep Sports.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to Oakland High School. Riverdale driving here. They have the ball at the Oakland 30. It's 2nd and 13. Hampton fakes left, passes right side, and Reynolds going to be wrapped up right there at the line of scrimmage.
Good job for the Oakland defense right there, Brian. Anticipating it.
McGee on the tackle. Davon McGee with 19 tackles on the season, 4.5 for loss. Add another one to it. 3rd and 13 here. They do have a pretty good kicker, but this is maybe out of his range, and now Oakland's going to be drawn off sides and give Riverdale a +5 here. It'll still be 3rd down, but it's going to be a much more manageable situation here with a 3rd and about 8.
Oakland's only had 5 penalties, Brian, but they've come at the kind of the worst times tonight.
Boy, have they not. 3rd and 8. The clock in this third quarter is just melting away. Oakland has not touched the football yet offensively. Riverdale, a clock-eating drive here, if nothing else. Ball at the 25 on 3rd down. Hampton looks right, now left. Going across the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught short of the goal line by Braylon Burns, but a flag on the play. It's down to the 1-yard line, but what is this flag? Burns was just wide open. And I think it's going to be against Oakland. Riverdale fans, Riverdale team and fans are clapping here. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Warriors. Holding Oakland. Declined, of course. And now the Warriors, of course, not only in the John Day Legal red zone, they're at the goal line here. 1st and goal from the 1. Ridge. It's going to be one of the 2 wideouts here near 3 wideouts near side. They give to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to go right up the middle, and Vaughn is going to be short. We'll see if they give him an inch or so. Nope, they put it right back at the 1.
Good job by the Oakland front 4 right there, getting pressure.
Marion Sanders leading that attack. Like we have a different back in the game too here for Hampton. And Hampton's going to keep it himself. Does he get in? I don't think so. Sanders again. Jackson rather. Third down from the 1. Put the ball right. If he got the length of the football on the first and 10, lost it on the, I'm sorry, first and goal, lost it on the second and goal. They've got Jaden Jones in there to help block for Hampton, and he is in there. Touchdown, Warriors. Third time's a charm. And the Warriors get in to extend their lead.
Another impressive drive by the Riverdale Warrior offense, capped off by Hampton.
That's the first points scored on Oakland in the third quarter all season long. And that's going to bring Miles Weaver out for the PAT. This one's big. He has not missed one all season long. Snap set, kick away, it is up, and it is good. Warriors lead the Patriots 21-13 in another classic Battle of the Borough on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, Ritters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Coverage tonight of State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV is brought to you in part by Toots Good Food and Fun, Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, Dr. Automotive, along with our friends at Wilson Bank and Trust. An update from the Blackman-Rockvale game. Blackman is up 35-7 with 4:15 to play in the third quarter. That is the only update that I have other than our score here. The Siegel-Laverne game still 20-6 as far as I know. And the Stewart's Creek-Smyrna game still 10-0 Smyrna as far as I know. Those games still reporting a halftime score. Well, Oakland, with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third quarter, will touch the football offensively for the first time tonight in this second half.
Unbelievable. You know, Oakland coming into this game, Brian, lives a lot on explosive plays, but when you don't have the football, you can't have explosive plays.
True.
And that's part of what Riverdale's game plan was coming into this.
Well, it has worked to this point. They are going to have to kick off to Oakland here. We'll see what they can do. They're down by a touchdown and an extra point, down by 8. Oh, the ball is bobbled right back into the hands of the returner, however, but that really stops any chance of yards after that catch, and that was Javion Malone. Porter making the tackle for Riverdale. Coming into this game, he had a kickoff return for a touchdown, and he did the same, about 94, 95 yards to start this one. Oakland scored the first 7 points of the game. Then we were tied. Then Oakland took a 13-7 lead, and then Riverdale has scored 2 unanswered. On the inside counter and wide open, explosive play. Talk about it right here. It's a foot race, and they're going to run him out of bounds. Kamani Bass around the 15-yard line. Got these Oakland fans on their feet for sure. You see where the official spot's going to be. There are no flags on this play. The chain gang is having to, they're going to be out of breath by the time they run down here. 53-yard rumble by Kamani Bass. Mark it back at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10.
Another explosive play for the Oakland offense. This is good for them. Good tested right here. Good response on that first play.
Another inside counter, and Riverdale reads this one. And it was the back on the left side. Lara and Emmons on the tackle, but that was Tutt, I believe, was it not?
Tutt, that's his.
Okay.
They've done a good job bottling him up tonight. 4 carries for 10 yards so far for Tutt.
So it's second down and about a yard. They give him 1 on the play. Looks like Haggard is in the backfield this time. And it's again Kamani Bass. Bass going to rumble to the 13 and a scrum. They're going to mark him down at the 10 for an 11-yard pickup. Well, everybody starts screaming when Kamani Bass gets the ball.
Well, he's brought some excitement here and some life into this Oakland offense here in the third quarter.
Oakland, of course, operating here in the John Day Legal Red Zone. The law offices of John Day, recognized, respected, and ready to fight for justice. It's 1st and 10, another First Bank first down. Ball at the 11, they can get a first down at the 1. And here's Tutt banging off the line and now goes back in for another Bulldog push. Gets a couple.
Riverdale's done a good job on the first initial stoppage of Tutt when he gets going. There's no space for him. Kamani Bass has had space, so they're going to have to make adjustment on that, but they've done a good job of bottling Tutt up.
Second down and 8 from the 9-yard line for Oakland. Under center this time is Morton. Pitches back to Tutt, and he takes it outside and is going to stretch it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 9-yard run for Craig Tutt, and the Patriots answer in less than 2 minutes.
And there was that first time he had space, Brian. Takes it 9 yards to the house.
An impressive drive for Oakland. After Riverdale took almost the entire third quarter, Oakland takes less than 2 minutes to get down here to score, and now the decision, do they go for 2 points here to tie it up? And it does look like they're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. So after the Toots touchdown for Oakland, rolling under center is Cam Morton. Offset eye behind him. Tut. Roll out right side. Pass to the end zone. Complete. Yes. Reese Smith, the tight end. And we're tied. 21 all. 2-point conversion is good. 21-21. Battle of the Boroughs still smoking along on State Farm Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes.
And you're listening to Prep Football.
Here we go with our play after the Oakland touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie us up. Our good neighbor State Farm agent Emerson Williams in Smyrna on Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive, bringing you this part of the action. Emerson Williams, 459-2683. Insure me big, the knee.com, B-I-G-E. Oakland going to kick it off here from the 40. Tied at 21 here. It's Smyrna in the fourth quarter, start of the fourth, leading Stewart's Creek 10-0. Not heard anything. Well, it's still 20-6. 9 minutes left in the game. Stars over the Wolverines. Here's the kick. Going to be taken on the bounce and then legs chopped out from under number 26, Elijah Reams.
Well, that was dangerous letting that bounce, Brian, but luckily he got on top of it, and Riverdale keeps the ball right here.
Ligon with that tremendous tackle there. And now the Warriors will have it at the 25. 75 yards to go. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. It's going to be a 4-quarter game for sure here tonight in this Battle of the Borough. 3 wide up top. They give it to Vaughn. Vaughn breaks one tackle and gets smashed down at the 30. Pick up a 5. Vaughn has done an excellent job tonight. And I just have to say, Gavin Hampton has played out of his mind.
He really has, Brian. He's 19 of 20, 193 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and a rushing touchdown. About as good as you can do.
I mean, what else can you expect? We're going to have to run one more play here in the third quarter before we go to the fourth. Play clock is at 6. At 5. Now 3, 2, and they snap it. Fake to Vaughn. And Hampton in trouble and brought down for a loss. And Jackson with the big takedown. Travion with another brown bag special, and we go to the fourth quarter. It's 3rd and long for Riverdale when we come back on State Farm Prep Sports.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and
here for our coverage, brought to you in part by Sir Pizza. They sponsor our Game and Coaches Show podcast. You can find them at WGNSSports.com or wherever you listen to audio. That's Sir Pizza, East Main, South Church and Memorial Boulevard. After 3 quarters of play, go into the fourth quarter. It's Blackman on top of Rockvale, 35-7. So that was the same score as we had at halftime. A new score out of the Smyrna-Stewart's Creek game, 13-0 Smyrna on top in that one. As things look right now, it doesn't appear that there's much of a chance for Riverdale, even with a victory, to be region champs because they need a Rockvale win, and Rockvale is up or down big going to the fourth quarter. So it's going to be Oakland, Blackman, Riverdale, despite what happens in this game. But the real difference is going to be, is Smyrna in or is Rockvale in?
There's a lot of Rockvale and Smyrna fans listening to us to find out who's going to be in.
Well, Rockvale wants a Riverdale win because if Riverdale wins, Rockvale is in. If Oakland wins, Smyrna is in. So that's the big difference right now. And we do really have a good idea of who those opponents will be next week, so we should be able to tell you that. Well, it's fourth quarter time, and we're all tied at 21 in the Battle of the Borough. It's about what we expected, right?
Exactly. Always entertaining, always the greatest events. One of the greatest.
Riverdale moving left to right as we see it here now. Extra tight on the far side, 3 receivers up top. Looking that way is Hampton in trouble and gets out of it and throws it away. Avoided a sack, another one from Travion Jackson, and just airmailed it.
That's 2 plays in a row, Brian. Finally, Oakland got back-to-back pressure on Hampton, forced him to throw it away. Only his second incompletion of the night, and it's forced a Riverdale punt.
So Oakland will get the ball back in a tie ball game. And again, time of possession is heavily in favor of Riverdale, but Oakland has scored on some big explosive plays that, you know, one being a kickoff return. Kamani Bass goes 51 yards on the last series, which Oakland punched in. So Riverdale's going to have to tighten that up a little bit, I would think. Part of the message. Here's a Weaver punt. It's going to take a bounce, and Tut's not going to touch it. It's going to roll inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, so no return. Really a good job there by Weaver of getting it on the ground and not letting Tut have a return.
That's that part of that new turf, Brian. You can get those bounces like that, and they just roll forever. Got probably an extra 15 to 20 yards on that roll.
You know, a lot of people talk about turf giving you a truer bounce, and it does, but I think it gives you more of a bounce than, you know, regular, you know, grass turf.
And I think you gain a few yards on that when you have it on the turf.
So 1st and 10 for Oakland. Ball at the -28 for them. There's a pitch back. It's Millsap, I believe, number 20. And Will on the pitch out. Going to cross the 30. We'll see where they spot him. Probably about the 32 if I had to guess. And that is the case. Emmons was first on the scene there to bring him down. Picks up 4 yards, so 2nd down, and we'll call it a short 6. Four and 20, so Smith and Millsap going to be wideouts up top. Another two here to the bottom now. So Cam Morton going to go to the air. Goes for Joel Wyatt. And double covered downfield and no flags. Ball's incomplete. 3rd down, not a bad idea on 2nd down and 6.
Not behind the covers that time, but Morton just let him just a little too much there and sets up a 3rd and 5 here for the Patriots.
Smyrna now up 20-0. So on their way to a win. Third down here in a tie ball game, 21-all in the Battle of the Borough. Millsap lines up right side. Delon Henderson here near side. And now whistles and a timeout taken. We'll step aside as well. 21-all, 10:53 to play in the Battle of the Borough on State Farm Prep Sports.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio show.
Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back here on State Farm Prep Sports, and our game coverage is brought to you in part by Animal City, Music World and Drummer's Den, along with America's Home Place and Mills Family Pharmacy. Be sure to tune in next time for the countdown to the game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. After the game, the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. I can tell you, this being a Thursday night, we've got some Friday night football for you tomorrow as we head over to Middle Tennessee Christian School as they host PCA in the Battle of the Airport. Here, Oakland's got 3rd and 5. Back to pass is Cameron. Finds Smith. First down to the 40 and out of bounds. A nice pickup there for the Patriots. And it's a first bank first down to the 42, 43-yard line.
Really good job for Morton finding Reese Smith right there, and Reese Smith getting a little yardage after contact and sets the Patriots up for a first down right here.
Actually have it at the 44-yard line. And Mr. Odie on the takedown for Riverdale after that 12-yard pickup. And here's Mr. Tutt, banged around inside. And he's brought down by Mr. Fuquay on 1st and 10, but he does get about 2 yards on that. Well, closer to 3 now. 2nd and 7, under 10 minutes to go. We're tied at 21 apiece in this Battle of the Borough.
It always lives up to the hype, doesn't it, Brian?
Yeah, seems like it. Last number of years it has. Last year, 95 points scored. Well, the last time they met, actually. Here's Tutt coming here near side. There's a flag, I think, in there. And Rod says it's a face mask penalty. He had the glasses on it. Thompson on the tackle. Flag was here on the near sideline. Had Rod not told me, I wouldn't have seen it because all the players and such happened right there. at the point of contact, and it is a face mask penalty against the Warriors. So that is a huge penalty against Riverdale. It puts the ball at the plus 35 now for Oakland.
There haven't been a ton of penalties tonight, Brian, but the ones that have been there have really been big time at really the worst time for the team.
Yep, that one a primary example. 1st and 10 now. Morton fakes, now back to pass. Looks, has some time. Now he's going to take off and run right side and going to get some pretty decent yardage. Gets into the second level and down to the 20-yard line. A 15-yard rumble. There is a flag right there where he made the turn. Bet it's a hold, if anything. Pretty impressive for the freshman quarterback, though.
Really was.
He has got some speed. So this will bring the ball back to the 40-yard line. So that really cost them 5 yards, and it's 1st and 15 now.
He had all day to throw on that one, but Riverdale did a good job of covering all the Oakland receivers. And then Morton was impressive, but unfortunately that flag brought him back.
Cameron sets him down with one wide out here near side. Oh, it's still Morton. Pitch to Tut. Reverses field. Comes near side 40. Tackle 30. Flags everywhere. To about the 28-yard line. And this is likely a block in the back to free him. So back-to-back penalties, it would appear, against Oakland. We'll get the official call here. Chop block in the back. And now the ball is back to the 50. So
Brian,
if you're an Oakland fan, it's going the wrong way.
It is. Tut, that play originally was supposed to go to the right side, and then Tut stopped because Riverdale did a good job of containing that side, and he cuts it back left. And just the angles of it, it's hard not to get called for that chop block right there. And the officials are right there to see it.
And you're almost better just getting a couple of yards.
Yes.
But in the heat of the moment,
you see that green grass on this side, you got to go for it.
And he's an athlete. He knows that he could spring it. So it's 1st and 25 now for Oakland, and here's Morton. Going to step up in the pocket now on the run. 45 and down around the 43-yard line. So he picks up 7 yards. Oakland trying to chip away at a 1st and 25. Brings up 2nd down now. Thompson on the tackle. 8 minutes to play in a tie ball game. 21-all. Who will win this 60th edition of the Battle of the Borough and have their name engraved on the Battle of the Borough trophy for all time? We don't know yet. Stick around, though. We'll tell you. 2nd down and 18 now facing the Patriots. Cameron back in. Back to pass. Looks left, now right, in trouble. And on the run, 40, 35, breaks the tackle, 30. Still on his feet, 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Can they catch him? They cannot! Touchdown, Patriots. Dante Cameron, 43. Unbelievable yards.
Unbelievable right there, Brian. Dante Cameron scrambling. That's his game. And takes it to the house, 43 yards.
He broke tackle after tackle, cut back here and there, and breaks this 21-all tie with 7:18 to play. Extra point after the Toots touchdown. This one splits the uprights for Jose Hernandez. And Oakland back on top, 28-21. Battle of the Borough coverage continues after this.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you...
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, Ritters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
You're listening to Prep Football.
Ready for the kickoff here. And it's going to be grabbed, bobbled inside the 10, picked up by Riverdale. And now bouncing it outside. I think this is Reams, and not really much room to go. Got it to about the 17-yard line. And it was Reams. First final of the night is in. And it's Siegel victorious over Laverne by a 27-6 final score. So we got a Blackman win and a Siegel win. So Rockvale can get in if Riverdale wins this game. Smyrna will get in if Oakland wins this game, as Smyrna's leading 27-0 over Stewart's Creek. 7:09 to play. Hampton, almost intercepted by Tutt. Went left side and attempted to get it over to Luke Tritch, but Tutt almost put this game away.
Boy, inches from being able to pick that one off.
Brings up second down.
It's kind of how the game started, Brian. On the kickoff, Riverdale kind of fumbled it a little bit, didn't get on it inside their own 20. See if they have that magic again.
Second down. Hampton coming here near side. Little tug of war going on over here on the near side, and it falls incomplete, intended for Reynolds. And defending on the play was Kyrie Gaynor. Well, I bet Oakland's glad to have Kyrie back. He may have played the last couple of weeks, but this is the first time we've seen him this year.
Well, that's a big play right there, because Reynolds had a little bit on him, and he did a good job of closing on that, making sure he didn't catch that football.
For the Riverdale fans listening in, you desperately need a first down and keep this football. Oakland is up by 1 touchdown. Under 7 minutes to go in this one on third down. Three wide up top, one here to the bottom for Hampton. Looks under pressure. Safety valve to Vaughn. Vaughn, 25, 30, 35 to the 40.
Flag.
And a flag on the play may bring this all back.
Well, it was a great play call right there for Coach Kreisky and Riverdale. Brian, knowing Oakland was going to blitz the house right there, they did. Set up a good screen, but I think they got a hold right there down the field.
They're going to talk about it, but everybody's marching this way. So 3rd and 10 is going to become 3rd and longer. An eligible receiver downfield, or an eligible man downfield. So that's going to be a 10-yarder. So 3rd and 10 becomes 3rd and 20. The ball is inside the 10-yard line. Ball at the 8. They need to get it to the 27-yard line, 28-yard line for a first down. Ball is actually at the 9, so the 29. Hampton, 3 receivers up top, looks that way. Zips it downfield, and it's going to be caught 30, 35 to the 40. And if there are no flags, that's going to be a huge Braylon Burns pickup of 33 yards, and there are no flags on the field.
What a throw by Hampton again. I mean, just what can you say about the young man tonight? He's really had a great game.
This has been a punch-counter-punch game for sure here tonight. Verlon Henderson, made the tackle.
Just when you feel like, Brian, Oakland's getting a little momentum, Hampton steps up and makes another great throw for a first down.
1st and 10, back to pass. Zips it over left side to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to be at the 50 and now in Oakland territory.
There's that pesky running back out of the backfield.
That has been there all night for the Warriors rather. Williams made the tackle. It's second down, so an 8-yard pickup. Ball at the 49 of Oakland. From the left hash. 3 here at the bottom. Give it to Vaughn, and he runs it left side for the first down. Sanders makes the tackle, but not before he gets to the 46-yard line, 46 and a half. Well, they put it at the 47. We've got another Weaver here on the sidelines, back and forth. I'm watching the official down here, but sometimes he's a little waffly.
He is.
It's on the other side of the field for sure. So another first down. Hampton back to pass. Has some time. And wide open in the middle of the field is Riley Talley. Complete all the way down to the 26-yard line. 27, let's make it. Another 18-yard pass and catch. And here come the hot Warriors now. Wyatt on the tackle. This may come down to he who has the ball at the end of the game.
Maybe a 2-point conversion.
Never know. 4:46 and counting. Oakland up 28-21. Riverdale knocking on the door of the red zone here at the 27-yard line. Fake the handoff and passes knocked down by Oakland. And disgusted with himself is Wyatt. He thought he might have had that one.
Well, he had it in his hands. Sometimes those are too good to be true, Brian. You see it coming, and those are hard ones to hang on to.
28-21 here. Smyrna leading 27-0. Got another final in. I'll tell you about that here in just a second. It's going to be Vaughn, and this time Oakland snuffs him out. That's big number 99, McGee.
And a flag on the play. Offensive lineman for Riverdale just drove an Oakland defender off his spot and all the way into the sidelines and threw him into their bench. And I think they got him for a late hit.
Oh, gosh. If that's the case, that's a killer, and it is. They're marching back. Personal foul, Riverdale.
You know, I saw it, Brian. The lineman did it, did his job, and he got him to the sidelines. But when you get there, you've got to let go. And he pushed it just that little bit more, and the official was right there to see it.
Goodness. Penalties at the worst time for Riverdale tonight.
6 for 75 yards tonight for the Warriors.
Brightman is a winner over Rockvale 35-7. So the outcome of this game determines the number 4 spot, Smyrna and Rockvale. Back to pass on 3rd and long. Oh, dropped. First drop of the night, I think, for Jacob on. And it's 4th down. Boy, how big is that penalty now?
Big time. And with only 2 timeouts, do you really want to punt it or you go for it right here? But it's 4th and 25 here from your 41.
They would have to get it to the 18.5-yard line for a first down, and Riverdale is going to choose to punt here with 4:12. Oakland has a 7-point lead and should be about ready to get the football.
I think this is the right decision, though, Brian. I know it's tempting to go for it on 4th and 25, but try to pin them back and make them drive the field on you.
4th and 10 might be different. A lot deeper. High kick. Is it going to be returnable for Oakland? It's not, but it's going to bounce and go out of bounds around the 12, 13-yard line. Smyrna wins 27-0 tonight. So the Smyrna victory is key into what happens here. Siegel won tonight. So it's up to the outcome of this game, who finishes where, but Oakland's going to be region champ despite what happens in this game.
They had a media timeout, I believe.
All right, so we will step aside here as well. 4:02 to play in this one. It's Oakland up by a touchdown. Riverdale, or Oakland with the ball when we come back on State Farm Prep Sports.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We will also want to thank Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Alex Williams. His offices are on St. Clair Street near the St. Clair Street Senior Center. Stop by and see our pal Alex Williams. 615-898-1150. AlexWilliamsInsurance.com online. Oakland with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line, 4:02 to play. If Oakland rattles off a few first downs and runs some clock here, both teams with 2 timeouts left. See what happens. Got a little wildcat going here with Tutt, I believe, to the 15. That was actually not Tutt. That was Cameron. Yep. And now here's Morton coming in. Sometimes when the ball's on the opposite hash in the corners, it is difficult to see.
Well, I'll say this, Brian. Oakland is tough. You know, they sub out on pretty much every play. Even a quarterback. That's a hard thing for a defense to communicate.
Got Morton in here. And hurtling over the line was Tutt this time to the 19 for a 4-yard pickup. So now it's 3rd down and I'm going to say 2. Gunn on the tackle. And here comes Dante Cameron back in. 3rd down 3, and the clock is now under 3 minutes. 2:40 5 right now. Oakland up by a touchdown. 3rd down and 3. First down for Oakland would be huge. Riverdale needs to stop. And I think they're going to get it. Nowhere to go.
Big stand again for the Riverdale defense.
So 4th down, and we've got an Oakland Patriot down, and I think that was the ball carrier, which I assume Cameron, rather.
I think he's cramping. The guy's got some cramps.
Okay. Well, that's good for him, but Oakland is now facing 4th down at their minus 19, so you would suspect a punt here. They did take some precious minutes off of the clock here. Riverdale's going to get the ball with somewhere around 2 minutes to play, one would think.
2 minutes to play and 2 timeouts. Eternity with the way that their offense operates.
Cameron does get up. He's a little slow to walk off, but again, a cramp.
I know, Brian, I know you're on your own 29, but I know Coach Creasy, the back of his mind, is like, if I get this first down, I don't ever have to see that offense again.
Right.
So you got to be interested to see, you know, do they go for it here?
Does he gamble?
It looks to me like offense is still on the field.
That would be the case. Might try the hard count here. Tuck from under center. Lines him up heavy here on the near side. It is a hard count. On 4th down and 2 with 13 seconds. It's actually Morton, I think. I said Tutt again. They haven't run that Wildcat package. Almost got him to jump that time. And they're going to take it down to 0 here. Riverdale holds, and Oakland takes the timeout, which we will take as well, and probably a punt upcoming for the Patriots when we come back. Don't go away, State Farm Prep Sports.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
And you're listening to Prep Football.
Our coverage here tonight brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Our buddy Brian Wilcox. If you see him out and about at the bank, say hello for us. Craig Stack Service, Dr. Automotive. 4th and about a yard and a half. And Oakland's offense is back out there.
Wow.
It's Tutt coming near side. Does he get the edge? He does. 20, 25, 30, sideline 40, and 50 into Riverdale territory on 4th down. He takes it 34 yards. He only needed 2. And Kevin Creasy does roll the dice.
You know, Brian, I just had that feeling, you know, you just didn't want Riverdale's offense to touch that football again. And you give it to your best player, and Craig Tutt makes the big play, the biggest time, to get that first down for the Patriots.
I'm taking Creasy to Vegas with me.
He had a great feel for it. You know, it was tempting, and I had a feeling he was going to do it, Brian.
First bank, first down. Tutt fakes the handoff, run up the middle. Going to be smothered by Thompson. Riverdale's going to have to start burning some timeouts here, I think. And there's the first one. let's take a quick 30 seconds here, or we'll take a regular timeout. I think we'll be good with that here on State Farm Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We are back, and Oakland attending to Chandler Cates, and he's still down, but they're working a cramp out for him. And Tut, who is kind of limping over to the sideline, so I wouldn't say that was just a cramp, but I don't know. He's walking very gingerly, not putting a lot of pressure. It's kind of walking like an ankle to me.
Yeah, hopefully it's just nothing too bad. Getting a little treatment on it. The majority of the training staff though went over to the kid that was having cramps.
Yeah, that was Cates. Second down here for the Patriots. 2nd and 9, we'll call it. Cameron, the give to Haggard. He's brought down Duquois. And with 59 seconds, Riverdale takes their final timeout here. Timeout for us. It's 3rd down for Oakland and about 9 to go at the 46-yard line of Riverdale here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
Glad you are here with us on State Farm Prep Sports. Brought to you in part by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, the Rutherford Opioid Board, State Farm, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home as well. Bringing you our coverage, and want to say hello to good neighbor State Farm agent Ron Reeves. He's a Rutherford County resident and probably at a football game every Friday night, basketball when it cranks up here soon. He's got offices in Brentwood, but we'll talk to you here in the county. Great fellow, Ron Reeves, 873-1700, ronreevesinsurance.com. Speaking of basketball, we had the first ever basketball media day yesterday. Talked to all 20 girls and boys teams in Rutherford County with Rutherford County Schools. And you can find that on our Big G TV channel on YouTube. So check it out at News Radio WGNS on YouTube. Get a little hoops news.
Pretty cool thing they do.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Very first time ever doing that. 3rd and 9, Oakland looking for a first down. Little screen pass here to the near side, and it's Justice Haggard, big room, 30, 40, 20, 10, 5, to the end zone. Patriots take it 46 yards and take a sledgehammer to the coffin here with that big run. Can't tell if there are any flags, but I don't see any as the lights are flashing here at Oakland High School.
what an exclamation point right there for the Patriots.
Dashing any hopes. Oakland really took some gambles here.
It really did.
On this drive. A 4th down conversion. The extra point up and good. And on 3rd and long, get a big touchdown to go up 35-21 with just 46 seconds to play on State Farm Prep Sports.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Customized services. Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, Ritters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor,
Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Back here for the final 46.6 seconds. Brought to you by America's Thrift Store, now open at the corner of Middle Tennessee and MLK Junior Boulevard. Whether it's thrifting for a one-of-a-kind statement piece, name brand jeans, find deals up to 70% off at America's Thrift Stores. Returnable here for Riverdale. Need a miracle here now. Zayton Jones going to run it out of bounds around the -30 with 39 seconds. 2-score game here now. And there is a penalty marker on the far side. It's going to be holding, so that'll back things up.
Well, Brian, what a great night of football, but both of these teams are ready for playoff action next week.
Yes. I don't think anybody wants to see these two teams. By the way it looks, Riverdale will be on the road at Lebanon. And if they were to win there, a second round trip to Maryville maybe would be the likely scenario. Pass is caught by Talley and runs out of bounds to stop the clock with 31.8. All of the Region 1 6A teams are playing tomorrow night, it looks like, because there are no scores for any of those teams. So we won't know the complete picture there, but we do know who our teams will match up with in the first round, it looks like. Here's Hampton, finds some time, passing near side, and it's going to be intercepted. The Oakland Patriots intercepted. I think that was number 19, Nehemiah Wade. And that was Wade with the interception, the first turnover of this game. And that was Hampton just throwing up a hope and a prayer, and Riverdale will take a knee here. I'm sorry, Oakland will take a knee here. And our final score will be 35-21. You're going to look at this score and think something that wasn't the case. We were tied at 21 in the fourth quarter here. Oakland up by 1 score. Gambles on 4th and long, deep in their own territory. They get it, and with about 2 minutes left, I mean, they just refuse to give the ball back. And we've got a final here from Ray Hughes Stadium. Oakland 35, Riverdale 21. 35-21, your final score. And the ball game in the books. The Oakland Patriots, region champions once again, and beat their nemesis from across town in the 60th Battle of the Borough. Final score again, 35-21. This one, a classic.
Absolute classic.
Our coverage on Big G TV tonight brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, trusted since 1949 to care for thousands of Rutherford County families. With more than 20 specialties across several area locations, MMC delivers quality health care that fits your lifestyle. Hope you'll stay with us because coming up, it's your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show, followed by Friday Night Thunder on Thursday night. Scoreboard show straight ahead as well, so stay with us on WGNS and Big G TV. Back in a moment.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, Ritters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
The final whistle has blown. Now it's time to break down all the action on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. Stats, highlights, scores, everything you need to relive tonight's action. Brought to you by Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. From heating to cooling, they service all major brands and often provide same-day service. Their Rheem Pro team is dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable in every season. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your hometown comfort pros on West College Street. Now back to the primetime sports team to wrap up tonight's action.
Welcome back here to Ray Hughes Stadium at Oakland High School for our post-game conversation. I hope you've been with us all night because this one was a dandy. The Oakland Patriots winners over Riverdale 35-21. And Oakland did not take the lead until about 7 minutes to go in this one. We're going to recap the game for you here real quick on your post-game show as we kick off your Sir Pizza replays. And here's how the scoring went tonight. The Patriots did not waste any time getting on the scoreboard. It was actually a huge kickoff return here as they kicked off this 60th Battle of the Borough tonight.
Replays.
Going to be fielded at the 5 for Oakland. It's Javon Malone, 30, 40, 50. Uh-oh! He is going to take it all the way to the house. Javon Malone on the opening kickoff. 96 yards.
What a start to the Battle of the Borough.
Then Riverdale, in Riverdale fashion, they weren't quick scoring on this drive, but they took the ball down the field methodically, passing all over the place. And then they tie the ball game up as Hampton finds the freshman.
Replays.
3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the left, going toward the corner of the end zone to Trich. He goes up in the air, and he is pulling in the touchdown. Trich with his 7th touchdown of the season, and that is a strike of 15 yards. Nice answer by the Warriors.
What a drive by Riverdale.
Extra point was good. Made it 7 apiece. With 2:12 left in the first quarter, Oakland regains the lead, and this time it's Cameron going to the air.
Replays.
Another here near side for Cameron, who looks to pass, and it's going to be completed. And it's Joel Wyatt into the end zone. Touchdown Wyatt, his 6th TD of the season. Boy, saw him at the last second, completed it, and Joel finished it off.
But really good job there by Wyatt, bouncing off a tackle, and then after he bounced off, he had a clear path to the end zone.
The extra point was blocked, and that made it 13-7 Oakland. But to the second quarter, and the only second quarter score was Riverdale, and they actually led at halftime versus the Patriots as Hampton finds Reynolds.
Replays.
Back to pass is Hampton and finds easily wide open Reynolds for a 6-yard pass and catch, and Riverdale has tied this ball game up.
Boy, really great pass right there from Hampton to Reynolds. Right on time, wide open for the touchdown.
It was only tied until the Weaver extra point that gave Riverdale a 14-13 lead, which they would carry into the locker room. And despite kicking off to Oakland, the Warriors got the third quarter score. All the third quarter scoring happened with 3 minutes left in the quarter, and Riverdale extended their 1-point lead with a nice Hampton run.
Replays.
They've got Jayden Jones in there to help block for Hampton, and he is in there. Touchdown, Warriors. Third time's a charm, and the Warriors get in to extend their lead.
Another impressive drive by the Riverdale Warrior offense.
That made the score 21-13 after the extra point, but 2 minutes and 2 seconds later, with 1:02 to play in the third quarter, Oakland had an answer.
Replays.
Under center this time is Morton. Pitches back to Tutt, and he takes it outside and is going to stretch it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 9-yard run for Craig Tutt, and the Patriots answer in less than 2 minutes.
There was that first time he had space, Brian. Takes it 9 yards to the house.
Now remember, they missed or had an extra point blocked earlier. They went for 2 and tied the ball game up. And then it was the Oakland Patriots running it on out here with 7:18 to play in the fourth quarter. Cameron, boy, he may still be running.
Replays.
Cameron back in. Back to pass. Looks left, now right, in trouble. And on the run, 40, 35, breaks the tackle, 30. Still on his feet, 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Can they catch him? They cannot. Touchdown, Patriots. Dante Cameron, 43 unbelievable yards.
Unbelievable right there, Brian. Dante Cameron scrambling. That's his game. And takes it to the house, 43 yards.
The extra point was good, and Oakland was up by 7. And then icing on the cake, Oakland, with about 2 minutes to go, on 4th and 9, deep in their own territory, they try to draw them off sides, take a timeout, come back out there with the offense, get a first down, and get to around midfield. And then they handed off, well, actually it was a pass from Morton to Haggard, which was the dagger.
Replays.
3rd and 9, Oakland looking for a first down. Little screen pass here to the near side, and it's Justice Haggard, big room, 30, 40, 20, 10, 5, to the end zone. Patriots take it 46 yards and take a sledgehammer to the coffin here with that big run. And with only seconds remaining, it was 35-21. Riverdale in desperation threw the first only interception of the night, only turnover of the night by Gavin Hampton, who had a whale of a game you're going to hear about here in just a second. But your final score is 35-21. The Oakland Patriots win the Battle of the Borough to complete an undefeated regular season. They are region champions, and they add another to the tally. Riverdale still leads this series 33-27 now after 60 meetings in the Battle of the Borough. And that's a look at your Sir Pizza replays.
Sir Pizza. That's your Sir Pizza replays. Be sure to check out the Sir Pizza podcast later and download and listen back to the game at WGNSSports.com. And for your next family night, don't forget Sir Pizza. From the traditional pepperoni to the signature royal feast, Queen's Feast, or King's Feast, Sir Pizza is ready to feed your hungry family. Sir Pizza on East Main, on South Church Street, and Memorial Boulevard. Plus, you can order your favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com and on their app. Download to start earning rewards points.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
As we continue the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show here, Oakland, with their win, is number 1 from Region 3. They will host the number 4 from Region 4, Cookeville Cavaliers. The Riverdale Warriors will have to go on the road to Lebanon next week in the first round of the playoffs in a 2-3 matchup, Riverdale being the 3. Blackman, with their win, they wind up runner-up in the region, and they will host the Gallatin Green Wave. And the Smyrna Bulldogs get into the playoffs tonight with the Oakland win and the Blackman win and the Smyrna win gets the Bulldogs into the playoffs tonight, and they will travel to Green Hill. Now, we do have an incomplete picture on the rest. We know Farragut will finish number 4 in Region 2. Number 3 in Region 2 will be Bradley Central. Number 2 will be Oak Ridge as they fall in a big way. They were undefeated going into the game with Maryville, but Maryville just took them to the woodshed. And Maryville will be the number 1 seed. They are in the same side of the bracket with Riverdale and Blackman, so there could be some matchups down the road. So that's what we know about the playoff picture as well. Let's talk about a TOA highlight tonight in our post-game show, and we're going to do an SRM Concrete Solid Performer. And, gosh, I think Hampton needs to get something.
I would agree.
How about solid performance?
There you go. I mean, gosh.
The whole game long was perfection.
I was just so blown away by his performance tonight.
Well, he was 19 of his first 20 passes tonight, and 2 touchdowns, and also a touchdown on the ground, 3 total touchdowns. I mean, the kid played his heart out. I mean, he's got to be recognized for the SRM Solid Concrete Performer of the game.
Well, so let's do that. Locally grown, nationally known, our friends at SRM Concrete supporting our local athletes. For the Oakland Patriots, who was the standout for them? They had several.
Well, they did, and when it comes down to money time, Coach Creasy trusts Craig Tutt with everything he has, and when it came down to it on 4th down, who's to give the ball to? Craig Tutt gets the first down, which basically wrapped this game up. And, there were some other big plays in this game, but Craig Tutt, I think his first down play right there at the end really kind of put this game away.
Well, we'll make him our TOA Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance player of the game. TOA, the largest, most comprehensive orthopedic surgery group in Middle Tennessee. More online at TOA.com. Let's look at the stats here in tonight's game. Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. Rod Edwards kept the defensive stats tonight. It was, I don't know, this was a slugfest.
It was. I mean, it was a lot of times we didn't know who made the really initial tackle. 3 and 4 people. Pursuit was great. Everybody was alert. Nobody was standing around watching. They were all really participating hard. To me, if you go through now, let's look at defense. Now, it's going to sound like Oakland had a much better time, but Riverdale ran the most offensive plays.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why their defensive stats are up there. Great job. I mean, that third quarter start they had, they spent, lacked 4 seconds of having 9 minutes on a drive, and they scored one up 21-14, or 13 at the time. And I mean, talk about coming out perfection of what you want to do, but Oakland's Oakland. We know how that is. But let's look at the defensive stats for Riverdale's. Aiden Jones got 3 tackles, but the big play he blocked the extra point, and that put a little extra pressure on Oakland. So the first time they got a touchdown in the third quarter, they went for 2, and it was a big call. I mean, it was pursuing mass to the ball, and the quarterback spun around and passed, and there was nobody on the right side, and got an easy pass completion to tie it up. Aiden Emmons was all over the place. He had 8 tackles on defense. Gail Lara was making tackles in the backfield, up on the line. He had 6 tackles. Jeremy Thompson 6. Hudson Fuqua has 5. And I tell you what, Fuqua and Emmons have been stalwarts for their defense for the last couple of years. One on the linebacker, and the other one the defensive back. For Oakland, welcome back, Kyrie Gaynor. I'm sure they're glad to have him back. He had 7 tackles. Cullen Williams 6 with 1 sack. Justin Haggard, safety, had 6 tackles. Devon McGee had 5 from the line. Trayvon Jackson, they call the leader of this defense, and we can see why. 6 tackles and 2.5 sacks in the game. Him and Kamari Sanders, he had 3 tackles and 1.5 sacks. Trayvon and Cameron, they had a combined sack on 1. That's what they each got to have. And then Joel White had 5 tackles from his safety position. Just an outstanding defensive game and an outstanding offensive game tonight.
Offensively, let's look at our stats here tonight. Bill Hockenberry kept those, and really some impressive offensive numbers for both teams.
Oh, yeah, Brian. Another classic battle of the borough tonight. The Oakland Patriots with a 35-21 victory over Riverdale tonight. For Oakland tonight, total offense, they had 275 yards on the ground, 68 yards through the air, and 342 total yards, 11 first downs tonight for the Patriots. Individually for Oakland, Craig Tutt had 11 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. Dante Cameron, another great game from Dante, 8 carries, 71 yards and a touchdown. Cam Morton, another good, 2 quarterbacks, both played really well tonight. 3 carries for 38 yards. Kamani Bass, 4 carries for 94 yards. Really big run here in the fourth quarter. Will Millsap had a carry for 4 yards, and Justice Haggard had a carry for 2 yards. Passing for Oakland, Cam Morton had 2 of 3 on the night for 58 yards and a touchdown. Also a big 2-point conversion completion for him as well tonight. Dante Cameron had was 1 of 2 tonight, passing the football for 10 yards and a touchdown. Receiving for Oakland, Joel Wyatt, 1 catch for 10 yards and a touchdown. Reese Smith, big player tonight, had a big 2-point conversion to tie the game at 21, and also had another catch for 12 yards tonight. Justice Haggard had the dagger, you could say, for Haggard. 1 catch, 46 yards, and a touchdown for the Patriots. For the Riverdale Warriors, who fall tonight to 7-3 on the season, 5-2 in region play. They had 64 yards on the ground tonight, 289 yards through the air, for a total of 353 total yards. Individually, running the football tonight, Jacob Vaughn, great night. Really impressed with Jacob tonight, running the football and catching the football. 15 carries, 57 yards for the Warriors. Gavin Hampton had 4 carries for 7 yards and also had a touchdown run. Gavin Hampton, what can you say? Left it out on the field tonight. Really impressive night. 19 of his first 20 completions tonight. Ended up 22 of 30, 289 yards through the air, 2 touchdown passes, and a touchdown on the ground. Receiving for the Warriors, Luke Tritch, 5 catches, 61 yards. Corbin Reynolds, 4 catches, 57 yards. Jacob Vaughn, 4 catches for 25 yards out of the backfield. Riley Talley, 6 catches for 59 yards. Zayden Jones had a catch for 8 yards. Gavin Hampton even had a catch for himself. I forgot to mention that.
That's right, he did.
He had a catch for 6 yards. Braylon Burns, 2 catches for 57 yards. The Warriors had 14 first downs tonight against this vaunted Oakland defense. Really nothing to hang your head about tonight. In a great game, and the Patriots come out with a 35-21 victory.
All right, Bill, a lot of things happened tonight. Oakland was scored on for the first time in the third quarter and, gave up more points in region play to Riverdale than they have to anybody else all year. They've only given up 14 points in region play. So to say that both of these teams are going to go in on a high note into the playoffs is an understatement. Now, I will tell you with the lineup and the way the region or the way the playoffs are set up, you're probably not going to get Rutherford County matchup until the quarters or maybe the semis. So we'll see if that happens. And a long road in between. Riverdale and Blackman are on the same side of the bracket, and Oakland and Smyrna are on the other side of the bracket. So those would be the two teams that could match up, say, in a quarterfinal. But to get there for Riverdale, standing in the way is Lebanon and Maryville and someone else. And standing in the way for Blackman is Gallatin and Farragut and someone else that we don't know about. So that side of the bracket seems pretty loaded to me. And Oakland with the win and the region championship puts themselves in a bracket with Cookeville, a team that gets into the playoffs that Siegel beat in the first game of the season. A Bradley Central team, Green Hill, which is really good coming out of Region 4. Smyrna Oak Ridge, who had their first loss tonight to Maryville, and another team out of East Tennessee. So we've got the entire upper half of the bracket, which was all I was concerned with tonight, except for Region 1 teams, which we'll find out tomorrow. But really going to be some great football. And this realignment here does give you some road games, but some really great second round matchups.
I mean, as a high school football player, as a fan, you absolutely love the way that they've set up these playoffs this year. You're going to see some different matchups. You're going to get to travel a little bit, go on the road. Not before Thanksgiving week either, because a lot of times, we'll go to Maryville and it's Thanksgiving week. Some of our teams are going to have to, go up there the second week. It's in a normal school week and that kind of stuff. If you're the coaches, you maybe not as excited about it as the fans and the players, because you're going to have to do a lot of scouting and you're not as familiar with some of these teams. But honestly, it's what makes it exciting. It's what makes high school football what it is, and it's one of the greatest things that we have on this earth.
Rod, to me, what this does, if you look at this bracket, it makes the hardest road to get there for Maryville, where they've always had the easy road.
Yes, they've never been contested, usually, until they faced us in the semifinals.
I mean, they're going to have a second-round matchup with a Rutherford County team, and if they were to get by that, they could have a third-round matchup with a Rutherford County team before, if they get past that, hosting maybe another Rutherford County team.
Well, they might as well face what we've been facing all these years.
I guess that's kind of my point in that. Turn the page here real quick. Tomorrow night we've got two more games of Rutherford County teams. Eagleville goes to Fayetteville. That's a huge game for them. A win gets them a home playoff game, so that's what they're looking for. And we'll be over at MTCS for their region championship matchup with PCA. The winner of that game wins the region. They get a first-round bye in the D2 Single A, and so should be a fun night, Bill, over there.
Yeah, exciting. I mean, we had a region champion crown tonight. We're going to have a region champion crown tomorrow night. Halloween night, you can't ask for anything more if you're in the area. If any of these 6A teams that are going to be off, you want to come watch a great football game, come out tomorrow night, watch MTCS and PCA. They're going to get after it, lay it on the line, and it's going to be really exciting because one of these teams is going to be a region champion tomorrow night.
Yeah, go get your candy and come see the black and orange play the other team.
Yes.
They're the blue and yellow. Yeah, well, it's still some Halloween colors. Well, I know Micah Robeson and Jonas Harmon up there are saying, I wish these guys would hurry up. It's cold outside, but we're sweating in here, the press box guys up there. But they handled our Big G TV coverage tonight. Jackson Smith back at the station, doing all the really hard work there. And a final recap of the scoreboard before we send it over to Court Steer. Final tonight, Blackman 35, Rockvale 7. It was Oakland winner 35-21. They're 10-0. 27-6, Siegel defeats Laverne, and 27-0, Smyrna over Stewart's Creek, and at 5-5, they punch their ticket to the playoffs. Tomorrow night, PCA at MTCS will be there. Join us around 6:40, 6:45 or so for a pregame show. No Thunder pregame. Murphy Fair will be on right before us, so you'll get some of his ideas, and that'll be it for us tomorrow night. And then Coach's show on Saturday morning. Hope you'll join us then. That's it from